What's up, everybody? Welcome to WrestleMania. Hope you enjoyed the opening videos. It's time to start. Hey, and John Cena's here. John Cena's hosting WrestleMania this year. So, and it's got the heel John Cena Tron. He's probably up. Now he's got these sort of comic panels, and he's in a suit. Business casual John. All right. Hope everybody's ready for some WrestleMania. All the usual suspects are here. Good to see you, Sophie, Dawsey, last name. Okay, good guys. Good to see y'all. And if you're new here, like the video, subscribe. We're going to be spending a lot of time together this weekend. I don't even want to do the math on how many hours it's going to be. What's up, Shamanica? How are you? Good to see you. All right, John. John trying to run, listen, trying to run the aisle in dress pants is just different than jorts. You don't have the same range of motion. But you know what? If anybody can do it, John can do it. So let's see what we get out of John hosting. Or, will he have any interactions with people? Or is he just going to sit here and, pop the crowd? Last name, I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch SmackDown Live last night. I did watch a few clips. Hopped in for a minute or two to see how it was going. I was underwhelmed. SmackDown has started to lose its momentum a bit creatively. I'm hoping that whatever happens this weekend at Mania will be a revitalization for SmackDown. Or maybe Road Dogg was actually a really good asset to them, and him leaving hasn't helped. But we'll see what happens. All right, John's got the mic. I did not watch the Hall of Fame, Sophie. I was too tired for all that. They really need to have the Hall of Fame on another night of the week. Have it on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Long-time fan, long-time performer, first-time host. How am I doing so far? It's undeniable that this year's road to WrestleMania has been chaos. It has been unpredictable. And from every side, both in here, hell, even back there and out here, it has been very, very vocal.
Okay. It's been very vocal. Yeah, Sophie, I backed off of Tuesday immediately. Wednesday or Thursday. George, yes. Mania is currently on ESPN2, and this time tomorrow, it'll be on the main ESPN just for hour one. The time to talk is up. Okay, Cena's just saying a bunch of jargon. So while he's doing that, I am going to say I'm a little underwhelmed with the set this year. I thought last year's set was better, although this year kind of looks like this idea of last year's set being burned down and looking kind of post-apocalyptic, which is kind of cool. Although since all the graphics are different for night one and night two, I wonder if we'll see a little bit of a different set next year. Cena is tapping into the old Vince McMahon. Welcome to WrestleMania. He's it almost felt like the old man was there in the ring doing an old school welcome. Now here come the Usos. That six-man tag is opening us up. And they have another re-recorded Usos theme song. I did see Jey Uso have a meltdown on one of the a million podcasts WWE Talent was on this week. That was actually pretty cool. I want to see more of that kind of stuff in years to come. That'd be great. Listen, people can nitpick of tickets that were sold, that is a full stadium. It looks great. So we'll see what we get. You and me, Oos, day one-ish. Yeah, Sophie, it was just too late to watch the Hall of Fame. I'll probably go back and watch Demolition's speech. Seemed like it was pretty sentimental. And I think it, especially Axe, even more so than Smash, I think it meant a lot to him to finally get recognized by WWE because he didn't always have the best relationship with them after he left. So, yeah, I'm for it. Yeah, last name. Dude, did you see Danhausen was on First Take? He cursed Stephen A. Smith. That might have actually been my favorite of all the appearances this week. Michael Cole saying the last time the Usos were at WrestleMania 39, like it's just 2 or 3 WrestleManias ago, guys. It wasn't that long ago, and they main evented that night. Oh, LA Knight's coming out here in a Dodge Ram, looking like the Giant and his monster truck. WCW reference for you guys. LA Knight coming out in a big car. Yeah. Michael Cole's 25th WrestleMania. Wow. I shouldn't be surprised by that. He's been around forever, but loud, yeah, from Vegas. Listen, man, I feel like I've said this for years, but man, the fans are loyal and faithful to LA Knight. And I love that for him because we can all agree he's had some very inconsistent booking from creative. And they have not faded on him. So I love that for him. Hopefully, in some form, some way, this can be LA. We can look back on 2026 at the end and say maybe this was LA Knight's year or a better year than last year. Oh, Michael Cole mentioned in the Jey Uso meltdown. Yeah. Vegas is here for LA Knight. You love to see it. Yeah, I'm not. I'll have to go back and see Stephanie's speech, Sophie. But I'm not mad at the fans showing gratitude for Vince. Listen, he's not a good person and he did some terrible things, and he'll face the legal system for that. But also, I'm not naive to know that he is in large part responsible for a lot of the things that we enjoy about wrestling. And so I can throw a few drops of gratitude his way without endorsing the horrible evils that he was responsible for. All right, here comes the Vision. Big banner drops from the sky. And there's a Speed with the tag team champions. And the banner drops, and here they are. We get a little split screen action. Speed's got legit wrestling trunks. I mean, tights on. Kind of look like Logan Paul's, actually. Like they're modeled after his. We're getting a quad box action. NFL Red Zone reference for those of y'all. 4 screens for the Vision's entrance. That's so. Now we're getting 9. Do we really need 9 boxes? Actually, 8. My 9th box is not showing a feed. That's embarrassing. But this is so Logan Paul and Speed. Like, let's have a real technological. shot. There's the camera feed for spot number 9. I wonder if Cam would cost Jey Uso the match. Oh, man. Well, you know what, though? The thing is that angle fully played out online, and it was only mentioned in commentary. They didn't even show a video of that here. So, and I still don't even know who that guy is. So if that happened, it would just look like some random dude coming in and attacking Jey Uso. So I'm not sure if that would be the best thing, but we'll see. Anyways, I have all of the tracking up for our community predictions contest over the weekend. So I'll be updating that as it goes along. And by tomorrow night, we'll see who the community chat predictions champion is. And we'll go from there.
Experience as well. Yes, indeed. And this is a very different version of Austin Theory. One of his father legs up focused, but the nonsense to onside thanks, of course, to Paul Heyman and the vision. First the division, Paul and Theory knocked off the Usos back at the end of March to win the World Tag Team titles. Next to iShowSpeed.
Oops, stereo super kicks. And now Speed is all alone with LA Knight to kick things off here. Speed sounded like Troy from Community. Sup. Okay, Speed with a headlock. Let's see what Speed can do. Oh, that's great. LA Knight just stands up in the headlock and lifts Speed off the ground. Jeez. You know what? Speed's not a bad bumper. He just took that clothesline like a champ from LA Knight. Okay, Speed with a body slam and is celebrating a little too much. Now, I didn't know Bloodsport is closed. That's too bad. I feel like they had some really compelling matchups over their shows. Wonder what the story is there. All right, LA Knight now in the ring with Logan Paul. LA Knight pretty much in control of this match. I did see a clip of Natty and Shayna Baszler getting into a fight, which looked pretty cool. All right, Jay tag himself in. Sophie, I felt like they really could have let Sid's family give a speech and induct him. The same way a lot of Hall of Fame inductees who have passed on get inducted. Sid, I think, is more important to the wrestling industry and WWE as well. If you want to play that game about how important are you in WWE, Sid's a two-time WWE or one time. Either way, he's a former WWF champion. He was a multi-time WrestleMania main eventer. He was almost a Royal Rumble winner. And he was a fixture of the main event scene in the time right before the sorry, my watch thought I was talking to it. Right before the Attitude Era started. So he was like a real MVP of the tail end of the New Generation era. And yeah, like I think that is enough to warrant some screen attention during that ceremony. I understand it from like the black and white TV days. If there's certain older wrestling figures who are being inducted and maybe there's no one there from their family to speak on them, but Sid is not a figment of the imagination of modern fans. There's modern fans who know who he is. And so I don't know. I think it's just a little silly to treat him like a relic of the past. He wasn't. And like, you know, and I'm not saying they should have given the same treatment to anybody else because Demolition was a far older act than Sid and they got the full treatment. And listen, they deserve the full treatment. I'm just saying Sid deserved that too. Sid and Bad News, both of them. I think deserve the same treatment as Demolition. Now, it's one thing if you can't find anybody from their family or anyone to represent them and speak on their behalf. Logistically, I understand that. But that wasn't the case with Sid's family. His whole family was there. His son was there. Even a fan of his, like a super fan of Sid's from the old WCW days who had Down syndrome, came out to watch it too. He was sitting with the family. And they could have done that. They absolutely could have done that. And I don't care about Hall of Fame inductees who have badmouthed WWE in the past. The Ultimate Warrior, Bruno Sammartino, Bret Hart, lots of Hall of Fame inductees have had bad things to say about them. So anyway, it is what it is. Good evening, Modfather. Thanks for stopping by. LA Knight's boots are inspired by retro Jordan 12s. Okay, well, red alert, man. Let me get an eye on those next time he's on screen. Meanwhile, Jimmy Uso and Logan Paul getting things going here in the ring. Man, corkscrew, a bit of a whisper in the wind there by Jimmy Uso. Listen, this might be a little unpopular with some people, but Logan Paul is getting better and better as a professional wrestler. I think it's time we start normalizing, recognizing talent and aptitude for the in-ring performers without having to gatekeep our recognition just because we wouldn't go out to dinner with them in real life if they asked us. Like, I don't think I'd want to hang out with Logan Paul in real life, even if he invited me. But that doesn't mean I think he's terrible in the ring. He's not. He's actually really good, especially given the proportion of the amount of time he's spending there. And you can say, oh, he rehearses all the time. Listen, bro, I've been around a lot of people who it doesn't matter how much you rehearse with them, they still don't get it. So listen, practice does make perfect for some people. Yeah, Sophie, I don't even want to think about the logistics of WrestleMania yesteryear yet. Right, Dawsey, separate the person from the performer. And there are some cases, Vince McMahon, Chris Benoit, Jimmy Snuka for some people, where you just can't do that. And I'm never going to judge people who can't do it, but don't judge me if I don't. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a place where we all need to be able to agree to disagree. Speed just pulled off a really competent looking flying head scissors on Jimmy Uso, but here comes LA Knight going for that BFT, throws him off, knocks off Logan Paul off the apron. And now Theory's mad at Speed. For sure. Everybody. Listen, like, you just don't want to be – a lot of us in life, I don't think any of us would want our legacy in life to be judged on the worst moment of our lives. We are all more – every single one of us, we're all more than the sum of our worst moments. We're all more than the sum of our best moments too. We are a mixture of saint and sinner, all of us. Oh, well, that's it. LA Knight and the Usos win. Speed, I guess the Danhausen curse lives on. And Speed inadvertently causes Logan Paul to get knocked off the apron and unintentionally ends up taking a shot at Austin Theory, who then eats a BFT from LA Knight. And there we are. Jimmy and LA Knight dapping it up. Okay. Jey Uso daps up LA Knight too. Logan's mad at Speed. Post-match angle here. Logan, oh man, he just knocked out. Threw a right hand to Speed right in the middle of the ring. Big boos from the crowd to Logan Paul. This is interesting. And now he tosses Speed out of the ring. Is he going to try to put Speed through a table? Is anybody going to come to the aid of Speed? I'm curious about this. Or is Speed about to take a table spot? Are we going to get Logan versus Speed at Backlash? Is Kenny Omega's doom prophecy going to come true? All right. He's putting Speed on the table. Oh, gosh. All right. So Logan's looking at the top rope. I feel like this post-match angle, all this is for the ESPN viewers. because this doesn't feel important enough to be happening at Mania, but we're going to see it. Logan's going up top. Who's here? Jay? The baby faces are coming to Speed's aid. 1D. Well, what do you know? A redemptive moment for Jey Uso. Losing his keeping his temper in check and saving Speed from the table spot. And LA Knight. LA Knight grabs him. Oh, he threw LA Knight back in the ring. Now all the baby faces have Speed cornered. They saved him from the table spot. Are they going to babyface him or? Oh my gosh. They're convincing Speed to do the table spot instead. LA Knight's putting Logan on the table and the Usos are encouraging Speed to climb up to the top rope. Face turn for Speed. Face turn is complete. I got to admit, I have respect for Speed in that man. As soon as that man took that spear from Braun Breaker, I'm like, hey, man, he has paid his penance in the eyes of the fans. Speed's standing on the post, not on the top rope. He's on the post. Knight's got Logan Paul held in position on the table. Drone shot. Frog splash through the table. All right, Speed. Salute to you, man. He gave Logan all of that frog splash. We get our first holy, you know what, chant of the night. Well, that clip's gonna go viral. That's the WWE thing. So the Vision loses. Speed gets baby faced, although I'm just holding my breath here. LA Knight and the Usos bring Speed back in the ring and are putting him over with the crowd. Oh, here comes the yeeting. Running back the music. Speed's yeeting now. So Speed was kind of the centerpiece of this match. There's going to be some engagement bait accounts probably being mad about that, but I knew what this match was as soon as they announced it. Great performance though. Great spot there from Speed, and good on Logan Paul for taking that shot, man. Jeez. I'm going to watch this in slow motion. And, oh, well, the drone shot actually kind of missed the impact. Let's see it. Yeah, I mean, he landed flush on Logan. All right, let's take a look at this shot. Yeah, give Speed credit. He looked like he was trying to protect Logan as best he could on that impact. It's hard. There's only so much you can do. Wow. Okay. So let's see who we got. Night one. What's it like being one of the greatest tag teams? All right, so AJ and Alex are both 1-0. I picked the Vision on that one. That's what I get. Okay, commercial now. As I fill in our predictions. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, fair enough. Decent opening match. Coming up next, we should be getting the coming up next, we ought to be getting the unsanctioned match. So, all right. And no returning Vision members showed up in this match. For those of you keeping score at home. All right. All right. Yeah, I feel like maybe Speed has he broken the curse now? Is that a thing that happened? We'll see what happens. But congrats to Speed for sure. Did I see Roman's promo on Twitter? I did see. You want the one of him in the car? I don't know how many promos he's cut this week, but I did see one of him sitting in the backseat of a car where he was basically trashing like Punk's UFC record and all this stuff. That was a fantastic promo. Honestly, you know what? Too, like, for as much as like cell phone promos has happened and stuff, that can be kind of annoying. I actually found it refreshing to hear Roman cut a promo where he could complete his sentences without having to pause for the crowd chanting and stuff. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I forget how good of a promo Roman Reigns is, because today's crowds won't let people cut promos. They like keep interrupting with chanting and whatting and all this other stuff. But Roman's actually he's grown into a very good promo, especially since the bloodline thing kicked into gear. And he got into, when he's cutting a promo and he's not relying on catchphrases, he's quite good. Which I want to say this, I think he's better. This is going to sound like a lot. I think he's better if you strip away catchphrases and just say, hey, we're going to do freestyle promos and you're not allowed to use any of your catchphrases. I think Roman's a superior promo to The Rock. I think Rock is too reliant on the stuff that made him his money. So I'm not saying it's not effective, but when it comes to just genuine articulation and promos, I think Roman is among the best. Honestly, Punk is too. Modern day anyways. So we shall see. Yeah, Paul Heyman not even making an appearance for that match. Is he kind of drifting? Is the vision kind of dissolving at this point now? Because I imagine he might be present for the Seth and Gunther match. I know he'll be present for the Oba and Brock match. I wonder, yeah, okay, but he wasn't anywhere to be seen for that 6-man tag. Very curious.
Wayfair's big sale is almost here. From April 25th through 27th, you get a front row seat to the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Plus, surprise flash deals all way day long.
Now that's a steal.
With fast and free shipping on everything. Everything, even the big stuff. These savings won't last, so mark your calendar and shop Wayday from April 25th through 27th for up to 80% off everything home.
Welcome you back to Las Vegas, Nevada. This is WrestleMania Saturday. Live from
All right, we're back. WrestleMania Saturday.
And the celebrities are out tonight, including you, WWE fans. For the 49ers, their tight end, George Kittle, here tonight.
Kittle's here. You can always tell.
There you go. From the Detroit Lions, Jameer Gibbs is here.
And Jameer Gibbs. You can tell how many actual Vegas people are here based on how they're cheering other NFL stars. Because Kittle shouldn't be getting pops in Vegas. Okay. Kittle with the Stone Cold shirt. Boo. Stephen A. Smith getting booed. Yeah. Thank you, WWE fans. Good. But he, you know what, though? He's a true heel. He soaks it all in. All right. It's time for Drew and Fatu. Let's see how much time and space they give these gentlemen for this match. Now, I expect Jacob to be majorly over here in Vegas. Oh, okay. Fatu's got fire dancers for his entrance. Let's go. And dude is straight out here like stalking. He came out here with we'll see what we got. Fatu's in the house, buddy. Oh, he's got that werewolf mask on his back. Okay. He's got like a military gear on, like a camo vest with a flashlight and a wolf mask on it. It's interesting. What's up, RT Rick? Good to see you, dude. Also, I saw somebody else point this out online, but he's got, it's like half camo, half black tights on tonight. I was going to say previously it looked like Fatu's gear looked a little head shrinkerish. A little nod to the fam. All right. I picked Fatu for this match. I mean, I feel like he needs to elevate here, man. Like this needs to be a moment where he puts a stamp on a feud and comes right up. It was a crazy week for wrestling last night. Absolutely. All kinds of weird stuff happening, dude. Yeah, Darby Allin's new AEW champion. And that match was short, too, from what I understand, which AEW does that kind of stuff sometimes. I remember when they did that with Moxley and Punk at one point, but Punk, I think, was already injured going into that match. But anyways, wrestling can be full of surprises. The referee's already got the black gloves on, which is an interesting sign. I wonder if we'll get blood after all. And here comes Drew. And here comes the Highlander. I had to point that out to my brother AJ about the ref's gloves already being on because, speak of the devil. A and B, if you in here real quick, point out to A, the ref is already wearing black gloves, and I know he was begging for blood in this match. It might be on the way. Now, if I'm Drew, I keep that sword with this match is unsanctioned. I keep that sword with me. So we'll see what happens.
City street fight, and today McIntyre has no rules to follow except to get a pinfall for a submission to win the match. And this is a Drew McIntyre.
Eyes fixed on Drew.
WWE champion that ranked out of the window when he lost it to Cody Rhodes, thanks in large part to the arrival mid-match of one Samoan werewolf, and that is why Drew McIntyre is laser focused on taking the werewolf down. Don't forget, Jacob Fatu still blames this man for kicking his teeth down his throat last year. Why did McIntyre do that? Because Jacob admitted he did it.
Suicide dive before Drew even finishes his entrance. So Drew's dropped the sword. Good way to get the sword out of the equation. Jacob's already like Drew ain't got his vest off yet. Or trench coat. I don't know. Trench vest coat. Vest coat? Sure, why not? Trench coat, vest, whatever. Last name I did not see a picture of Oba and Brock's daughter. Jacob got that gold chain on too. Jacob already going under the ring. Pulling out a table. Man, listen, I like a good table spot as much as the next guy. But the table is not a superior wrestling weapon. You can't even swing it at anybody. You got to set it up, all this other stuff. Give me a good kendo stick or a steel chair over a table any day. Now, I am a fan of people taking spots through tables that are already set up. My beef with wrestling fans' obsession with tables. Oh, is he getting his toolbox? Sorry, broke my concentration right there. I don't mind a table spot where the table's already there and you're putting them through it, but it's the whole setup process. Dang, he just dumped out the toolbox. There's ratchets and man, he almost clocked Drew right in the face with the empty toolbox, but Drew dropped to the ground. He tried to throw it anyway, but drop toe hold from Drew saves himself. Now Drew throws the toolbox in the ring too. Jeez. Drew threw him back of the head first into the apron, which is not a fancy spot, but a violent one. And then a slingshot into the ring frame underneath the ring apron. See, that's the kind of violence for an unsanctioned match. It doesn't have to be a huge spot fest where you take 10 minutes to set up 30 tables and ladders and all this other stuff. You just use what's there. And I like that. Well, we got one table set up. Let's see if we use it already. Drew's going for a power bomb here. Now here's strong push right into the post. Jacob does to Drew. I'm curious if this match is going to be timed to be over, by the time the hour strikes, because they keep saying the first. Oh, Drew's live streaming. Now he's hitting him with the phone. Oh, it's Drew's brother. Okay. I was like, that fan's live or whatever they're doing is going to be so valuable. That's actually pretty dope. I like that. Oh, he's got a wrench. Where is Duke the Dumpster Drosy when you need him? Oh, man, there's a lot of chairs in the ring. There's like 5 chairs in the ring. All right, Jacob's shaking off the offense here. Senton splash. Anyway, yeah. So, knowing that ESPN2 was advertising the first hour of WrestleMania on their show, I wonder if viewers on ESPN2 will get to see this full match or not. I'm curious how that will go. Or if they'll start to get the beginning of the third match and then it gets cut off, like order the show now, Hip attack from Jacob and then boom, pop up Samoan drop. Only gets a 2 count, of course. Wade Barrett pointing out some real important context here. Jacob hit that pop-up Samoan drop, and Drew McIntyre is 280. Him doing that on a dude that's 280 is no slouch, man. That's no small feat.
Remember when Seth Rollins beat Triple H nearly 10 years ago?
Michael Cole, why are you reminding us of the Seth Rollins Triple H match? That was long and boring. All right. Chair being wedged between the turnbuckle pads here.
Very lethal. McIntyre has used it to his advantage so many times over the years. Fatu now reverses his McIntyre, almost ran into his own chair, caught him with a back elbow. But the Brett saw just in the nick of time. Both men. Oh, start to drag a little here and face first into that steel ring post. And now McIntyre.
That's right. The Big E special last name. Two big meaty men slapping meat. No bread, no water. Am I right?
I got some power too, Fatu. He's always pissed off. I mean, that probably wasn't the only reason. It's unpredictable.
All right, crowd is chanting for Drew. I think the crowd, big dive over the top rope. Drew knocks out Fatu on the outside. Crazy. Looking for the Claymore already. Misses. Jacob ducks. And Drew takes the chair shot, wedged, and then springboard moonsault. That's not going to be it, is it? Only two. I don't think I've ever seen anybody kick out of that.
Just what he needed to steal head first, followed up by this double jump moonsault that is a signature of Fatu's. Everyone who's tasted that big pizza until right now. WrestleMania and McIntyre staying alive, living dangerously. In Allegiant Stadium, enjoying this matchup on ESPN2, the Netflix internationally.
Oh, Drew McIntyre with the Tanya Harding job on Jacob Fatu. Shot to the knee with the wrench, and now he's just digging into his eye with the wrench. Okay. We need something.
Starting to drag, but Drew McIntyre has found the second wind at exactly the right time. He's a machine. There's no doubt about it. Each and every time you see McIntyre in action,
Jacob should be bleeding. Like, if they're going to do blood, that would have been a great spot for it. Drew's setting up two chairs in the ring. Going to try to suplex him into the chairs. Oh, and he does. Going for the cover. Only two. I got to tell you, the wrench spot, Jacob should be bleeding right now. I don't see why they couldn't do a little bladey blade right there or something.
And notice who the official is in this match, Dan Engler, who's had quite the history with Drew McIntyre.
Jacob is wild. Oh, Drew just steals the belt from the ref's belt from around his waist. I am curious because so this is unsanctioned, right? The ref is only there to accept a tap out or count the three count, right? So he shouldn't have any agency in the match at all other than those two functions. So I'm curious to see if we'll see him get involved. Oh, he's going to whip him with the belt, but he eats a super kick anyway instead. Now Jacob picking up a chair. Oh, jeez. Instead of cracking Drew's back with it, he just throws it. And that's what he do. He's doing chair shots to the back, but he's just throwing the chair on his back instead of, keeping it held. And now he's got the belt. Oh, whipping him with that strap. Another one. Oh, they can hear that in the less obscenely expensive seats. There aren't cheap seats in this place. Now what's Jacob doing? Loud Fatu chants. This crowd is just for both men. Fatu's got the toolbox. He's resting it on the turnbuckle. Okay, he's got it. Claymore. Only 2, though. For a second, it almost looked like he was claymoring the toolbox into his face, but he missed the toolbox, just caught Jacob flush. But that wasn't enough. Right, my father? Drew went and picked a switch. Man. Drew slowly getting obsessed with the count of the referee, losing a little bit of focus. See if that plays into the finish. Boo, yay, punching. Chops now. Oh, I thought that was a kick to the junk. Just a stomach kick from Jacob. It looked like they were more slapping each other. Now, sequence of headbutts from Jacob Fatu. Don't get into a headbutting contest with a Samoan. Wrestling 101. Oh, there's still another table that's yet to be utilized. Now, is Jacob doing the full setup or the corner setup? All right, extending the legs. All right, set up right there in the middle of the ring.
Part of the unlimited plan is Jacob Fatu now looks to take McIntyre out as he sends him face first into the table.
Drew on the table. Now what's Jacob doing? He's got a chair. Oh, cracks Drew with the chair on the table. Kicking the chair away. Jacob's not really moving fast enough. I don't know what he's doing. He's taking his time climbing to the top rope here. Moving pretty slowly. And Drew already off the table, takes the chair, throws it at Jacob on the top rope, cracks him, and then cracks him on the back. Jacob out on the top rope. Now Drew on the ring apron shoves him. Oh, wow. Drew just shoved Jacob off the top rope through the table at ringside. So that's one table down. Great spot there from Drew and Jacob. Now Drew slowly putting Jacob back in the ring. But super kick from Jacob. And another one.
Incredible bounce back ability from Fatu, once again loitering with intent. Here's that toolbox.
Toolbox coming. Oh, cracks Drew in the head with the toolbox. It's kind of wild how that moonsault coming through the table. Is that enough? 1, 2. Huge pop right there. Match over just like that. Match was fun, but I do have one little criticism. They had a great spot where Drew sent Jacob through a table, and I feel like he recovered from that way too fast. Just way too fast. I still thought it was a good match. I still think Jacob was the right one to win. I don't know about all that. But solid match for match 2. So we got what we got here. All right, let's update these rankings. Jacob Fatu is our winner. And there we have it. My father says you can take at least one table spot. I believe you. I don't know that I can, if I'm being honest. Okay. So off goes Drew, and we'll see what's next for Jacob. He was victorious tonight. Usos also victorious tonight too.
In this unsanctioned match against the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre, and you have to wonder if this finally closes the book on what has been a long, vicious rivalry.
So Michael Cole already kind of hinting that this is the blow off to Drew and Jacob's feud, which I think is the right call for sure.
This is going to be a bitter pill to swallow. It's going to take a long, time to get over this once. The handcuffs were off for Jacob Fatu tonight in an impressive win.
Okay.
On the grand stage of WrestleMania.
Oh, you're not watching last name. Okay. Well, I'll try to do a better job of commentating. Okay, yeah. So they're going to be moving over for the show proper. Okay.
The undisputed WWE title. We'll see on the other side. Congratulations to Jacob Fatu.
Okay. Commercial time. No, nobody did bleed last name. And what's crazy is they had ample opportunity to have some sort of natural blood spot in that match. So that's a little disappointing too. Should have been blood in that match, given the weapons that they used. There were a couple of spots in that match that really should have resulted in blood. And I think they're going to get rightfully criticized about that. But what can you do? Move on to the next match. Oh, goodness. Yeah, Cody could bleed. I could see that. I could see that as an option. Last name, yeah. We while we're still on commercial break here. Yeah, you know the funny thing about PLE shows is a lot of times the second match can just kind of fall between the cracks and not deliver in certain ways. And I don't want to be down on this match too much because I like Drew and I like Jacob, and they did some things right in this match, but it just felt like it could have been more. It felt like a very sterile match to be advertised as unsanctioned. You know what I mean? Like should have just been a no DQ match or something, which I know technically is kind of the same thing, but when you say unsanctioned, it permits these visuals and these ideas of an unhealthy level of violence, and they didn't quite get there. And I understand some reasons why they wouldn't have, but don't put the stipulation there if you're not intending on delivering on it. You know, just yeah, just call it a no DQ match, call it a street fight, you call it any of these other things. You saw a photo of Obafemi looking at Brandy Rhodes at the Hall of Fame. Huh. Curious. We'll see. We'll see what we've got with that. I wonder if that goes anywhere. But Hall of Fame is such a weird spot. Sometimes you see shots like that and it just never goes anywhere because it's just like a candid coincidence, and then from time to time they do try to use those places to go somewhere with it. So there's a lot of wrestling ahead tonight. Only 2 matches down. We've got about 5 matches left, I believe, for today, and then 6 more matches tomorrow. So we'll see where we get. Yeah. Yeah, heated calzone sounds great. Thank you. Two 2-0 RT Rick. Okay. Good. All right. Let's see. The Mario Galaxy movie. Any of y'all see that? I wasn't too interested, to be honest.
Legendary. We're inside Allegiant Stadium tonight for WrestleMania Saturday.
There's a Snickers blimp. This is not the first time they've done a blimp. They used to do a WWE blimp in like the New Generation era. What is this? A bunch of names. All Bloodline is when they match so far. Yeah, they have. Oh, Spanish commentators in the house. So now we'll see who has the next match now that the first 2 matches are out of the way. I wonder if I wonder if this is going to be almost like a little card reset, kind of like we're starting the show over again, not with video packages or national anthems or anything, but I wonder if we'll get Becky Lynch next or they're showing the graphic for the women's title. Huh. Michael Cole was referencing AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. They're going through the card. So I have a feeling AJ Lee and Becky Lynch might be next. And they thought the graphic was going to show it, but I guess the graphic is going over all the remaining matches on the card. Or Michael Cole just made a flub. That can happen too. Okay.
Versus the current WWE champ Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. That is our main event. Later on tonight.
All right, yeah. Plenty of action to come tonight. Let's see who we got next. There's the bell ringing. What's the tag women's tag match? Fatal 4-way coming in hot. One fall to a finish.
The winners and the women's tag team champions.
All right. So let's see what we got. Modfather, I'm with you, man. I'm missing Bianca when it comes to WrestleMania entrances. Although we'll see what these ladies bring to the table. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times the ladies are the ones who show out with better entrances than the men, other than maybe the main eventers. And here comes Alexa Bliss with got a little bit of an undead look here with some broken fairy wings. Oh, she got the Wyatt. She always had the upside down moth in her Tron, or is that a recent development? And here comes Charlotte Flair. The butterfly and the moth. I've never put that together until just now. Okay, interesting gear pairing. Alexa Bliss, like, sort of referencing the sort of dead moth vision of the Wyatts with her gear, and Charlotte Flair, this like big beautiful butterfly thing. So it's kind of a little morbidly complimentary. Those ladies know how to dress, man. They know how to have good gear and make a good entrance. Very complimentary, black and white in color right next to each other. Only Alexa and Charlotte pull out. Michael Cole, the butterfly effect. I like that last name. That's a solid reference.
Has become synonymous with WrestleMania over the years. WrestleMania 34, when she beat Asuka, can end the record undefeated streak at the Empress of Tomorrow. She beat Rhea Ripley back at Mania 36. Ronda Rousey at Mania 38.
Okay. I do like. I think Charlotte. I think Charlotte's gear shines the most when she goes multicolorful. I feel that feels more her than just doing sort of monocolored like her dad's outfits, you know, who would always do the crazy fancy robes, but they'd all be like a singular color usually. I think she looks far better kind of going those multicolor outfits and stuff. So anyway, cool outfits for Charlotte and Alexa. They're in the lead for that so far. It's nice to see something special for WrestleMania for sure. And here comes Bayley and Lyra. Lyra. Oh, and they're both coming out to Lyra's music. And they got matching gear. Okay. They're looking like an actual tag team. A little Strike Force, little Can-Am connection, a little, matching gear here. They are dressed like an actual tag team. Warms my old wrestling fan heart. And they're not playing Bayley's music either. They're coming out together from the start to Lyra's music, which is kind of cool. They don't need two separate entrances like we just saw from Charlotte and Alexa. I picked Bayley and Lyra for this match. I just felt like WWE, might give Bayley a, hey, I'm sorry we cut you from the card last year. You get to win this year. But just a small hunch, no evidence behind it. But we'll see what we get. So we still got the champions and we've got the Bellas coming out here soon. Okay, here come the Irresistible Forces. Oh, geez. They're wearing like Jason hockey masks. What? Oh, they're dressed like Demolition. They're wearing Demolition gear, but in white. All right, girls. I see you. Shout out to the Irresistible Forces. But I'm not happy that the champions aren't coming out last. That's pretty dope. Oh, there's Axe and Smash in the front row. Axe just looks like a proud grandpa. Well, Mod Father, your ladies get the points for best gear so far and away. If you're doing demolition cosplay at WrestleMania, you have my vote. By the way, tonight's WrestleMania snacks brought to you by Reheated Calzone from a local pizzeria. So forgive me while I snack during this match and maybe don't speak during the Bella entrance.
WrestleMania to win the world title.
There's a polite response for the Bella Twins. Oh, okay. Nikki Bella is coming out on a crutch.
So I tried really hard, you guys, to overcome this injury. And unfortunately, I couldn't get it medically cleared today. And I wasn't about to ruin Bree's WrestleMania moment. So to take my place, I called in an old friend.
Pop. Who's coming back? Screw you, dirt sheets. Screw the dirt sheets for ruining this moment. Paige is back. And this is why I don't follow Meltzer. I don't follow Sapp. I don't follow any of those losers. Because this would have been a phenomenal moment to react to. But some accounts think they're hot stuff and want to spoil surprises for people. But Paige is here. She looks great. Crowd is absolutely happy to see her. And here she comes. Barrett's having to yell on commentary. Well, it's great to see Paige back officially, but I can't imagine the dynamics of Paige and Brie Bella being the tag team champions, so I don't think they've got a shot. Sorry, AJ. With Paige returning, though, I am very interested in maybe her reconnecting with AJ Lee. I'm happy to hear the response that Paige got, though. Paige got a bigger pop than the Bella Twins did.
I believe this is Paige's first time in a WWE ring in more than 8 years.
8 years since Paige has been in a WWE ring. Lash Legend got hands for everybody. So is this under Fatal 4-Way rules? Every team has somebody in the match at once?
Most of that are the irresistible forces. Oh, geez, baby. Lash Legend has been so impressive and incredible since teaming with Nia Jax. I mean, how can these two fail? Let's be honest. Two powerhouses that are both worth double. It's basically 4 against 2 every time they're in tag match. I still can't.
Yeah, it's a small miracle to be under contract with AEW and be used on a consistent basis. They flicker around from talent to talent so much.
You see Charlotte Flair, and we talk about Paige. Remember back in NXT with Paige, Charlotte, and Becky were part of that team. ECB. And look at this. Brie Bella picking up Charlotte and kicks out. Yeah, here's the problem. He's got a four-way matchups with the rules like this. There's always going to be opponents blocking every time you go for a push, a pin, whatever. You have your rules about doing that. Brie Bella, you see Lyra Vaquer.
All right. Brie giving kicks to Lyra and Charlotte. No sign of Nia or Lash though right now.
Resume as a tag team, but you'll take whatever you can get at this point. You have to click into gear very, very quickly here, and that's tough to do when you've got Nia Jax rearranging your spot. And a tag made and Lash Legend now.
All right, Nia tags in Lash, who's now got Brie. Choke slam onto the apron.
Taking this war by storm since arriving. Choke slam right onto the apron of Bayley. Charlotte Flair with a big boot drop side of it for Lash Legend.
Pump kick from Lash to Charlotte.
All the experience in the world. There's so little you can do against someone with a frame like Lash Legend who knows how to use it. Using those veteran rounds now.
Crowd is quieted down for this match.
Getting the fresh Alexa Bliss in there for a go. Now Bliss. DDT delivered to Lash Legend. Now Lyra Valkyria back into the fray. Mike Flowers, the former Intercontinental Champion in WWE 2. Now picking up the pace, and this is smart. Once you've got Lash Legend out of the ring, do whatever you can on your opponent.
This match has been a lot of one-on-one sort of, I'll do one spot to you, you do one spot to me. Okay. It was unclear to me the rules of this match. So it appears to be a one-on-one format, or is it a four-way format? That's what I can't figure out. I guess it is a fatal four-way. So they're building towards a Paige tag at some point here in this match. Paige hasn't been in the match yet. So it is fatal four-way rules, but a lot of times two of those four active wrestlers are out of the ring. So it's a little hard to sort of figure out the flow of this match. We want Paige chance.
These things never last long. Now Lash Legend so confident. She powers her way in here. Bougie doing her thing. Sending Bliss and Lyra to the net. They want to Brie Bella. Perch on the top rope.
Nice missile drop kick from Brie. Takes out Lash. Yeah, Dawsey. I want to see Bayley, get some flowers here. It would be nice. It's really cool that Paige is back. I don't need to see her and Brie as a tag team though long term. If anything, I'm just happy to see this as a through channel, like a throughway for Paige's return. All right, well, Paige has been tagged. Here she comes, and Nia's waiting for her. Paige and Bayley. Paige and Charlotte. Okay. All right. Crowd's hot for Paige, but here comes Lash right behind her. Cameraman blew a spot. Oh, crossbody roll through. Lyra showing some strength. Picks Paige up, tosses her on her shoulders. I would go in for that Nightwing, but can't get it. Now Paige Turner. Only 2. Bayley breaks up the pin. Here comes Nia again. Samoan drop. Now Nia's got Brie Bella. But did Paige tag Brie Bella? Oh my gosh. I thought she was about to powerbomb her out of the ring. Lyra dumps Brie. Up. Lash extension from Lash to Lyra. Paige and Charlotte interrupt. Double super kick. Charlotte and Paige one-on-one. Now, these are 2 pioneers of the revolution right here. Charlotte and Paige. Figure 8 rolled up a small package. Natural selection from Charlotte. Tag to Alexa, climbing up top. We're going to get a Twisted Bliss maybe. Brie pulls Charlotte out of the ring and hits her with the crutch. Oh, that was Nikki, not Brie. Now Alexa. Hesitates. And Paige gets the knees up. Rampage. Paige and Brie are the tag team champions. Welcome back, Paige. But I don't want to see this. So Paige is back and she's on a tag team. Don't love this. Interestingly enough, WWE often talks about in these multi-man, multi-women matches that there's no disqualification. And the ladies didn't do anything that would have been a disqualification until the very end. And it was the Bellas who did it. Like, Nikki attacked Charlotte with a crutch. Like, that was a heelish move. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Lyra and Nash get the belts back. I don't see this lasting. I don't want to see, and I mean, I got the prediction wrong. That's fine, but I'm not interested in seeing Paige and Brie as a tag team. I'm not for this one bit. Yeah, A and Alex both got this match right. So right now, A and Alex are in the lead. They're both tied for the lead. Because they're both 2-0. Ugh. But again, congrats to Paige. Happy to see her back.
Paige has returned to WWE to win the tag team titles, and it's just the ultimate feel-good story. If you're a fan of this industry, a fan of the journey we've all been on over the past 50 years.
All right. But we get to hear Paige's music again, and Paige's theme song's a banger.
See tonight's action. We have a sneak peek.
The Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh my gosh, Grogu's at WrestleMania. What? And so is the Mandalorian. Trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu.
This is about protecting everything the rebellion fought for. Are you scared?
In theaters about next May 22nd. Get tickets now.
It's my DoorDash. Good. Have you seen my phone? What's that? What logo? Huh? Where's my DoorDash? Oh. For the bell rings, it's time for DoorDash.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, so far, I feel like we're just getting started. But what's you guys' favorite moment of the night so far? Or even favorite match?
But what she doesn't know is that canceling them can decrease the length of her history and hurt her credit checks. Both of which could lower her score. Don't be like Cancelina. Instead, learn how to avoid the wreckers at creditrecords.com. Credit one back for what's ahead.
Nikki to hit Paige with her crack for her crutches and stuff. Yeah, I would hope so. Oh yeah, the speed curse being gone. That's a big thing. All right, more commercial break. I gotta say, I think that 6-man has probably been the most entertaining part so far, and I never thought I'd say that. The women's tag, the match order, I'm fine with the match order so far because now the only matches we have left are the title matches and leaving the title match. Oh, and Seth and Gunther. But honestly, I was more excited about Seth and Gunther than I was the women's tag titles. So they have saved the 4 most interesting matches of night 1 for last. So I'm for that. If it were me, I would put Becky and AJ on next, and then Seth and Gunther, and then the last 2 matches of the night would be Stephanie and Liv, and then Cody and Randy. And I who knows what they'll do, but the first 3 matches I think were the right order for sure. So yeah, I think the match order has been good. Tag match was fun. Was exactly what I'm gonna say exactly, but it was a good representation of what it was probably needing. And I thought that the unsanctioned match wasn't. I don't think it was a good unsanctioned match. I thought it could have been. I thought it was good as a street fight, good as, and I see it sounds like I'm splitting hairs here, but when you call something unsanctioned, you're advertising something far more than what Drew and Jacob were probably allowed to do in that context. So I liked Drew and Jacob. I like Drew and Jacob as individuals. First of all, I'm a big fan of both of them. But I think that match as a whole, I thought it was a good street fight or a good no DQ match. I thought it I thought it didn't deliver as an unsanctioned match. So I'll say that. And then the tag match, I didn't love the tag match for a lot of reasons. One, I'm disappointed that I was spoiled on the idea that Paige might be returning, and I'm a little agitated, especially dirt sheet accounts, because and this is true. They can deny it all they want, but they don't spoil AEW surprises. They protect AEW to try to make sure they're successful, and they take any opportunity they can to spoil WWE from creating naturally surprising moments if they find out any piece of legitimate news, to the point that they often spoil things that they don't even know what they're talking about. Last year they tried to spoil that Drew McIntyre was winning the Elimination Chamber, and they didn't know what they were talking about. They didn't even, like, that was never the case. And so they constantly try to leak news that isn't news, or if it is, they don't have any kind of journalistic integrity or ethics about restraining themselves on it. They'll keep tight-lipped about AEW, and if they know someone's debuting or someone having a match, because they'll let that work out for their crowds and their fan base. And they didn't do that here, which would have been the most exciting thing about that match to me, for me, sorry, because the match itself wasn't anything to write home about. I felt like it was a little hard to understand the rules of that match if it was one of those fatal four-way matches where only 2 women were in the ring or 4 women were. And it turns out it was a 4-way, match where all 4 teams had somebody in the ring. But for most of the match, it ended up just being 2 women. Like, it was a really clunkily booked match for me. And I didn't love that. Didn't love them putting the belts on Paige and Brie. I understand why they did it, because Paige was the big surprise. And, so it's a big, like, kind of swerve or shock if it hadn't been spoiled. And I'm happy for Paige to be back. I want her to be back in the mix. I'd just rather her be back in the mix as a single, or not teaming with a Bella. I don't think that does Paige any favors. So anyway, doesn't ruin the show for me, but it's been my least favorite part so far. Right, last name. Gargano and Ciampa had a great unsanctioned match. They took the ring apart to a degree. They didn't bleed in their match either, though. The Wonder Year. Oh, Becky Lynch is getting a live entrance performance. I think the band is lip syncing. But anyway, Becky Lynch is getting a live entrance. Big fur coat for her. Did she get that out of Seth's closet? They need to get the camera off of the lead singer. He's a terrible lip syncer. He missed his cue on the match on the beginning of the song. Yeah, it's 2 years in a row that a woman's wrestler has made a return in the tag team title match and then won the tag team titles. So it's a little copy paste. And I think part of me recognizes that too, which is why I didn't love that match. Here comes Becky Lynch. So we're going to get AJ Lee and Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental title coming up next. Okay. Okay. wonder if she asked or takes Rollins' outfit. Yeah. Well, you know, last time when you're married, your wife really doesn't need to ask permission to borrow your clothes. And the kind of confident woman that Becky Lynch is, she probably didn't ask Seth's permission. She probably just took the coat, if she did indeed take his coat. When I married my wife, I just assumed if she wanted to wear my clothes, you know, wear my shirt, my hoodie, she'd just help herself to it. Sometimes she just decides to ask permission, though, and that's also nice. But I don't ever expect it from her. Oh, AJ Lee is doing a Bianca Belair kind of entrance. She's got a bunch of little girls cosplayed as her running out with little replica titles. I hope they get to keep those belts. Now, the last time we saw something like this was WrestlePalooza when John Cena came out with all the Make-A-Wish kids, and then Brock Lesnar kind of murdered him. So I hope that she does better in her match.
Moments ago, we saw Paige, and now for the first time in 11 years at WrestleMania, AJ Lee skips her into the ring. Okay, you saw Becky confronting the official Jessica Carr moments ago.
Oh, Jessica Carr is the referee for this match, which is interesting. She's always been a thorn in Becky's side for the past like 6 or 7 months as well.
In charge of this championship matchup is none other than Jessica.
I wonder who these kids are, if they have that information, if they'll say it on commentary. All right, that was pretty adorable. That might have to be the best entrance so far. Worst entrance might actually be Becky Lynch, and it's not her fault. What's up, Nick Thompson? How's it going, brother? All right, so here we go. Just to keep tabs on things. Just Alex picked AJ Lee for this one, and then myself, Becky, and AJ all picked Becky Lynch to win. I wonder if they have to pay the parents for the kids to do that. No, absolutely not. I don't think they pay the parents one thing. I think it's more like you get the honor of being at WrestleMania. Although they, you know what though? They may give them the shirt and the title belt for free, and that may serve as a payment. All right, here we go. Match is happening.
Ever since returning, delivering multiple humiliations at the match, and that humiliation may be complete with victory times. Becky Lynch, though, we can add more her resume at WrestleMania. One of the great resumes, 4 wins, tied for the most of all time in the women's division. Lynch from the off is already coming up close here, but nice bit of power here from the Irish woman. Sucking AJ Lee in.
Fall away slam from Becky outside of the ring to AJ into the barricade.
Well, that is an example right there of why she is permanently championship caliber. It is to make history as Becky Lynch. WrestleMania 32. She won the inaugural WWE Women's Championship. Becky, of course, part of the main event, first women's main event WrestleMania history back at WrestleMania 35. Now let's Becky win the title and a kick out by Lee. You're not going to put AJ Lee away that easily, but certainly softening up the jab and doing some major damage from the off. Encouraging her team. Well, Becky's got to be careful because the official Jessica Carr is a cheat. Well, it's not going to take anything from Becky.
Becky being pretty aggressive in this match so far, which is pretty good.
kick out at 2. It's been Becky Lynch's greatest hits in the first 90 seconds of this matchup, and there is no relenting this pure hatred oozing out of the pores of Lynch. Becky should be concentrating a bit more on AJ. AJ taking it. She did it before the elimination chamber. She ended up with losing the match.
All right, Becky's trying to try to take off the turnbuckle pad, but caught by Jessica Carr.
Nice distraction there from the referee. Jessica backs down. Carr also didn't hear what Becky was saying in the ear of Jessica either. She was whispering. Screaming, and now completely turning this around after the impromptu insertion by the referee is AJ Lee. AJ with a knee to the face. Now up to the tornado TBT. Becky sent it toward the middle of the ring. AJ with a collision. That's in the jaw of Becky Lynch. And collision like that normally does not behoove you to be the lighter competitor like AJ Lee is. Really a diminutive individual. That sends shockwaves down the spine of the champion. AJ Lee, so nimble, sliding underneath and taking Becky off the feet. Well, slowly but surely, AJ Lee is getting a major.
AJ Lee climbing up top.
AJ connecting, going to crawl toward the cup. They're going to retain the Intercontinental Championship that she won back at the Elimination Chamber event. And that happened all to AJ Lee. So impressive since returning, completely undefeated since coming back. The ring rust truly is off, and she is simply getting better with each matchup, and that is scary for the rest of the women's division. And as AJ gets better, Becky becomes more frustrated. We go for that winner, so Becky was able to counter. What we got to do in the build up to this match, work on your characters.
You want to see the ref and Becky go one-on-one. You know, I mean, they keep having this as a storyline point. So, like, do you think they might be building to that at some point? I don't know anything about Jessica Carr's in-ring ability or training. Most wrestlers do have some degree, most referees do have some degree of in-ring competency, or were wrestlers themselves, but were relegated to that role. So, I mean, it could be.
WrestleMania Saturday. We're going to see the Intercontinental Championship match between the champion who's in trouble, AJ Lee, and the former champ, Becky Lynch.
Oh, goodness.
From the face of Becky Lynch here, who's got a real number on the champ thus far. Looking for the manhandle slam, and AJ Lee turns it into an arm drag. And a kick out to the back of the neck. It's that speed, that pace of AJ Lee that really is the.
Thank you, RT Rick. So you've seen Jessica Carr before. Oh. AJ looking like she was going to try to pull off a Black Widow, but she gets swung into the corner. Great reversal. Manhandle slam right in the middle of the ring. Only gets 2, though. Hey, Nico. Good to see you. RT Rick, did she just like wrestle in the indies or something? Or you know, maybe I missed somewhere where she had wrestled before. Because I have no frame of reference for her outside of her role as a referee in WWE. Who do I have for this match? I have Becky Lynch for this match, Shamanica. I just I can see storyline wise AJ winning again, but she just has been AJ's shoving match between Becky and Jessica Carr. Now what's going to happen? Manhandle slam from AJ Lee. Only 2 though. Whew, that was a close one. I picked Becky Lynch to win. AJ Lee has given me the impression, not that I expect anything different from her, and I'm not judging her, but she just gives me the impression that she's not one of those talents who wants to be there week to week. Not like Punk. Punk has been dedicated to being there week after week, which I admire him for, especially given, how many miles he's put on his body and stuff at this point in his career. But it just feels like AJ's dips in and out for a short period of time and then stays gone again for a while, which is fine with me. But if you're going to do that, I would rather you not be a champion while you're gone. So that's why I picked Becky. And, manhandle slam reversed into a Black Widow. Could she tap? Are we going to do this fake thing? She pulled AJ by the hair. Good reversal, honestly. And now, Becky with the turnbuckle removal. She's so smooth as a heel, doing heel stuff. And now she pulled Jessica Carr in the way, slams her in the turnbuckle, manhandle slam. Come on, dog. 1, 2, 3. What a masterclass of heel ring psychology by Becky Lynch in the last 30 seconds of that match. Well done. And I take the dub on that one. Excellent. Excellent play there. All right. Well, for those of you keeping tabs right now on our community chat or on our Coalition Cup, our boy AJ is currently 4-0, but it's just one night so far. And there's still a whole second night to go. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if there's any pathways to overcome his lead right now. He's currently 4-0. Becky and I are 2-2, and Just Alex is at 3-1. And I will update our community predictions as well while we're watching the replays. Check out this replay, though. And there we are. I don't know how the community predictions are going right now. All I'm doing is updating my answer key. I can't quite see the responses until the end of the night. Actually, it won't even give me a complete view until all of WrestleMania is over. So we'll have to look and see about that. Club WWE ad going on. No. The cup won't change hands until after night 2. But A is doing as good as anybody can do right now. He's 4-0 so far.
Only in theaters, May 8th. Get tickets now.
Interesting. WWE is running an ad for Mortal Kombat 2 when it's got multiple superstars starring in Street Fighter. But maybe just fans see that as a rivalry. $3.5 due to Jessica Carr. Just a reminder, I'll be back for NXT next week as well when we get week 2 of NXT Revenge. More excitement there. Did I see the Street Fighter trailer? Yeah, that Street Fighter trailer looks good. I mean, in terms of like what I would expect from a Street Fighter movie, it looks great. I think it'll live up to the expectations that Street Fighter fans probably have for it. Yeah, it looks far more like or far more like the video game. I agree. Who asked for that trash Mortal Kombat 2? Not I know, man. I think I was net disappointed in the first Mortal Kombat because there was a lot to like in the first Mortal Kombat, but I don't know what possessed them to create a main character who didn't exist from the games. Like there's so many characters to pull from in Mortal Kombat, and then you want to make it about some bum MMA fighter as your centerpiece in the movie. Just so silly. Like use Sub-Zero and Scorpion, or use Liu Kang, or use Jack, Sonya, and Kano. Like you can center the movie around any of them. Like this time, it actually looks like they're centering the movie around Johnny Cage, which is a step up. But like, what are you doing, man? Like, yeah, I remember being so upset. Well, so upset is a stretch. It's just a Mortal Kombat movie, but I just remember being really disappointed in the narrative arc that took, especially when like the first 10 minutes of the movie was some flashback to the old Sub-Zero Scorpion days. And it looked like nothing I'd ever seen as far as video game adaptations go, like really good, but just silliness, man, just silliness. So I don't know. No, I have not watched the HBK documentary. I still haven't seen it. But thanks for continuing to remind me. I try to make time to see it and go from there.
I am here with LA Knight ahead of tonight's main event. And Knight, your opponent says you've lost your head.
Lost my edge.
Snickers commercial for LA Knight, I think.
I get cream.
You what?
Smooth under fire, cool when it counts. When it's all said and done, I'm the one bringing the crunch.
Crunch?
Layered, packed, and satisfying. Yeah!
LA, you're not focused when you're hungry. Have a Snickers.
Snickers satisfies.
Yeah! Aerial coverage of WrestleMania. Good year. Legends aren't born. They're proven. And speaking of legends, we got many in the house here tonight at WrestleMania, including my guy, one of my good friends, Chuck Cena, the actor, here tonight in the house of the fourth. Give Chuck his beer back. It's a Stone Cold too. How many beers is that?
Kittle is really pounding the brews here on night one. Terrence Crawford is here. Funny Marco. Okay. Connor Ben from Zuffa Boxing. Don't know him. And there's the general. That's hilarious. All right. Here comes the ring general. Gunther is here. Just looking at the way the Tron's blacked out for Gunther's entrance too, makes me hopeful of how Oba's entrance will be lit tomorrow, even though it's probably going to be the first match. Listing him as career killer. I kind of wish they'd pump the brakes on career killer. I like ring general better. Yeah, a lot of ads here for Mania. It's funny that they say that he retired Goldberg and John Cena, who were going to be retiring anyway at the end of those matches. He really only retired AJ Styles, but kayfabe wise. But you know what? That never stopped a heel from bragging about something he technically didn't do before.
So I saw the kickoff show yesterday. Gunther very specifically told you that to shut up. Now the photo of it is shut. I suggest you read his advice. Okay, so it's the career killer. He's ended the careers of Goldberg and John Cena and AJ Styles. I'd love to do that to Rollins. We'll get into that story.
All right, we'll see what kind of entrance we get from Rollins too. Yeah, say a prayer for Seth Rollins' chest, everybody. It's about to go through something horrific. Here we go. Burn it down. Interesting jacket from Seth. He definitely looks more like not a Marvel Avenger, but like, you know, he looks like he's here to fight, not here to goof around. Is his jacket smoking? Does he have a mask on like Mustafa Ali did? Interesting jacket. He's in all black. Yeah, his jacket is smoking. Oh, and he's got like jet black eyes. He's got contact lenses in. I don't know if this is a cosplay reference to some game or movie character or something like that. But he looks intimidating. I'll give him that. He doesn't look like he's here to goof around. This is, I don't know if I'd call it, it's subtle for Seth Rollins, but yeah, this is a banger entrance for sure. Especially in the hey.
When you get your potato skins,
Yes.
do you want them drizzled in ranch instead of sour cream or nothing?
What else is just like?
Sour cream, ranch. With a hot sauce if you want a bit.
I was thinking about what's already on them, you know,
Oh.
like just saying.
Cheese and bacon.
You can just give them as they are. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Oh man, Gunther interrupts the entrance with a shotgun dropkick and is just trying to maul Gunther right away. Powerbomb already? Goodness gracious, his jacket's not even out of the ring yet. Gunther said, nah. If you're going to come in here and wrestle, you're going to wrestle me, and I'm going to start on you right away. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised we haven't seen that sort of eye black option more frequently with the cast of characters. Oh, Seth is going after Gunther's eyes. Listen, this is not an unsanctioned match, so depending on the level of viciousness they display, this match could get thrown out, which would be crazy work for WrestleMania. Seth already taken the table away. Yeah, this match is starting to approach a level of aggression that makes me curious if they'll get things settled down or not. Yeah, Shimonica, Gunther's in fantastic shape. He's come a long way from the Walter days. Whoa, Seth just threw a chair at Gunther. I mean, isn't this a DQ? Or has the bell not rung yet? Man, if I paid all that money for a ringside seat, I'd be like, can I get my chair back, please? I need to sit down. Okay, bell hasn't rung yet. All right. Well, good use of that. Gunther started that fight. And Seth finished it. All right, now the bell rings, and here we are. I feel like it's a conflict of interest for the General to be the sponsor of this match, for the Ring General. Just saying. Feels a little biased. Yeah, big boots being exchanged instead of punches. Man, Gunther going for that sleeper already. Now German suplex coming. Oh, Seth backflips out of it. And a boot to the face from Seth. Shimonica, you got Gunther. I have Gunther as well. I feel like this match could really impress us. Oh, Seth with those stomps to the head. But I don't think beating Gunther here would be a good idea. Big clothesline. I tell you what, man, this match has a bit of a like Goldberg Lesnar kind of intensity to it. Nah, I don't think Uncle Howdy should have Seth's eyes because he already wears that mask in the first place. I feel like the eyes are more accentuated when we see your regular face. Maybe Shimonica, it has the potential. They've got a ways to go to achieve that, but these are two guys that can do it. I'm sorry, you guys. Here come the chops. Seth's poor chest, man.
Seth has to throw some curveballs at Gunther if he's going to have any chance from this one. Gunther has not strategized for, but first of all, you've got to get from beneath the boots of the ring general. That's interesting that Gunther brought up the fact that these two men.
Yeah, Dawsey, you got a point there. We do have a lingering consequence available for Gunther with Heyman if he wins, which that idea will just be thrown away if he doesn't. So I'm assuming. Yes, I do believe this is Seth Rollins' first official match back. Also, I wonder if we'll see any of those masked men tonight.
That distinction belongs exclusively to him. It may be exclusively to Gunther now. The things he wants to prove in this match tonight. Rollins fighting back.
There's some dueling "Let's go Gunther, let's go Seth" chants as well.
All of a sudden, looks like somebody who has been on the shelf for the past 6 months and is trying to come back at the very top. No warm-up matches, no easing your way back into this. Simply the brightest of spotlights, the biggest pressure against this.
Are we going to see a superplex here?
The ring general. Gunther now has Seth in trouble. Rollins near the top rope. Gunther looking to hook Rollins into a position.
Deadlift superplex. Gunther. Bro. All right. Seth slips out. And now Seth going for a power bomb. Thank you. And buckle bomb. Oh. Oh, stomp doesn't make it. German suplex from Gunther. German suplex from Seth. Big clothesline. Man, these clotheslines are, thank you, dear, are just meat hitting meat here. Seth's chest looking like raw meat.
Seth Rollins and Gunther squaring off. Well, I'll tell you right now, I thought Seth Rollins was going to be toast by now, especially given the frenetic pace of this one from the off. But the fact that Gunther is the one who's laid out and Seth is the one who looks closest to being recovered is absolutely stunning. I mean, Gunther with a kick right across the face. By the way, the general Rollins follows it up with a running forearm. We talked about this not being a 5-star.
All right. The match has slowed down a little bit. They're still swinging hard, but just at a slower pace.
Scientific skills. Just looking to beat the other man into submission. Gunther just has a massive chip on his shoulder. Rollins a second away, but this matchup came about. Gunther's done a really nice slowing Rollins down. That was always going to be the big threat for Gunther. The movement, the agility of Seth freaking Rollins. We just haven't seen enough of that so far from Rollins. Was backed him into a corner.
Gunther's chop or clothesline. Yeah, they're both terrible. I would say the chop. Man, Seth just spit in Gunther's face and started chopping him back. Seth has a real fire in this match, which I'm happy to see. Okay, well, Gunther said, you know what? Power bomb right in the middle of the ring. Brutal back and forths by these two.
Just a sheer power explosive advantage over Rollins, and Gunther needs to do more of that if he's going to get the win. Seth Rollins, we've learned over many years, part of a lion's tremendous resilience.
Seriously, their chests are going to be stung beyond belief.
He's retired over the past 12 months, and look at who he targeted for this WrestleMania. Gunther doesn't care about the Usos in this one. If you're not Gunther doesn't win.
Overhead view there.
Gunther's made a point, set with a list of victories over his career. He said, maybe you suffer another one tonight. Maybe I end your career. Fall away to build a terrifying reputation for yourself. Growing by the month is Gunther's.
The clothesline is the new chop from Gunther, man. He just hits hard. I want to see him and Brock at some point, because that match is going to get nasty. Yeah, clothesline from hell would also be nasty work from Gunther too. Seth tried to reverse clothesline right into a pedigree, super kick into a knee. Going for a pedigree again now. Wow, what a reversal.
They still got Gunther.
Gunther reversed the pedigree into a bridge pin. They bridge out and then hits him with the pedigree again. Never let go of the arms lock. Stomp. Oh, he got all that stomp. Gunther kicks out of the stomp. Let's go. That is a watershed moment right there. Because he got all of that stomp. Man, oh man.
These two men physically exhausted, physically beaten in a match that went from 0 to 10.
Absolutely wild. This is awesome chants from the crowd. This has been a really good match.
Seth Rollins. I gave it 2 of my best. It should be over. I should be home and dry. Grabbing that knee, I just noticed that. But what me and Seth Rollins has caused major problems throughout his career. Every song comes out.
There is somebody with an earshot of camera that is just screaming relentlessly. He went for a super stomp there. Anyways. Oh, sleeper's on. And he's walked right in the middle of the ring. Is there anywhere for Seth to go?
Trying to hang on, trying to create space, trying to create separation, trying to make it back to his feet. Rollins down, back to out of the base. It was preachers from Seth Bridget running to that close low clip, now being plunged away.
Come on. Seth breaks out of it. Discus punch from Seth. They're perfect.
No, you need to start bragging about me.
Okay.
Win.
They heard that. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I haven't been commenting on this match much because I've been stuffing my face. So I want to show you something real quick. This is a homemade potato skin that the missus made for WrestleMania snacks. As there's a giant superplex, we're probably about to see that into a Falcon Arrow. So any quietness you get from me through the night because I'm eating is because the missus is spoiling me on WrestleMania weekend. Oh, look at this. Seth has now got the sleeper on Gunther a la Jey Uso. Gunther ain't tapping twice. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Gunther uses that length to get his foot on the rope.
What does he do at this point? He's thrown everything from the kitchen sink and go through the
Well, we're at a stage in the match where Seth has pretty much hit everything he can hit on Gunther, and it's not enough. So we'll have to see where it goes. Unlike my wife's treats and snacks, which are always more than enough.
Okay, you come on too strong.
I won't. Never mind. I got to reword that in my mind. I'll say as much as I want to say. Suicide dive. We're seeing some Shield Seth multi-suicide dives. Gunther trying to brace himself here. Will the third time pay off? This is the thing. Seth is having to choose to get reckless to see if he can take Gunther over the, oh my gosh, powerbomb on the apron. Ooh, caught him on the third suicide dive. Powerbomb on the apron. Powerbomb on the Spanish announce table. Now Gunther is absolutely wrecking Seth. That's the thing. It was a great story in this match is that they've gone move for move. And Gunther has taken everything Seth can give. So Seth is having to get more desperate, more risky. And now Gunther is also doing that. Powerbomb reverse. They're on the Spanish announce table into a pedigree. Mind you, Gunther's powerbomb on Seth and Seth's pedigree on Gunther. The table didn't break either time. Now he's over on the other table. Is he going to try to stomp him through the table? Announce table stomp. Is there not a count out yet? Oh, stomp through the announce table, and Gunther is wiped out behind the table. If Seth got in the ring and he got counted out, that would be an acceptable count out. That's all I'm saying. Oh, there he is. Braun Breaker is back, dog. Ho, ho, ho. And just speared Seth Rollins out of his shoes. That's a DQ, right? I mean, where's the ref? Now he throws Seth back in the ring, spits at Seth. It's good to see Braun back. Things are going to pick up a notch on Monday. But how is that not a DQ, though? That's what I want to know. Like, how are they not counted out for fouling outside the ring? I mean, you could use referee's discretion, but don't tell me the ref wasn't looking at Braun Breaker coming down the aisle and hitting him like a torpedo. Well, he's got the sleeper locked in, legs grapevined, middle of the ring. Seth is going to have to tap or he's going to have to pass out either way. Seth ain't coming back from this. Not tonight anyways. Yeah, that's that. Gunther wins. And Braun Breaker is back in the mix.
Absolutely incredible before Braun Breaker came from out of nowhere to end Rollins' WrestleMania dream. Well, however you need to get the job done at WrestleMania, you do it. I have no idea if Gunther has any clue that Braun Breaker even came down after he was laid out on this desk. Take another look at this, the closing moments of the match. Gunther taking command. Kidney first into that. Ring it to move it over.
Tell you what, best match of the night so far. Far and away, best match of the night. True, Seth didn't tap. So there's that.
Rollins, the man who formed the vision in his vision, only to be kicked out the last wall, led by that man, the unpredictable badass, Braun Breaker.
All right, so we got 2 matches left, y'all. The world title matches. Braun's coming back. And another spear. I won't say Seth sold that one very well, though. So Braun got him a little extra. But that's how you do it. Said you should have put me down while you had the chance.
Midsection of Seth Rollins as a warning. Stay away from the vision set because there's plenty more
Oh, and there's Heyman. Heyman is there to receive Braun Breaker. So interesting. Braun Breaker still publicly aligning himself with Heyman still publicly aligning himself with Braun Breaker, but he was nowhere to be seen for the Vision tag match. I mean, listen, that's worth saying out loud. at least. I don't know if it's going to mean anything come Monday, but it is worth mentioning. Braun Breaker getting a bit of a WrestleMania moment. Highlight of the night so far? I think we just saw the highlight of the night in that match.
If you're feeling crazy, like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry.
Thank you, my dear. That's why you're the boss. Yeah, that's not a spear. It's an airstrike. You're right about that, Modfather. Hey, puppy. You still can't have my food. Hey, buddy. Channel mascot. Big fan of mom's snacks, too. But, you know, he's a dog, so he can't have them. He was like, I heard you say Braun Breaker. He's my favorite. Yeah, a little recap of the women's tag match. The match was nothing to write home about, but a great moment to see a return from Paige and now their new tag team champions. All right, let's update the old predictions trackers around everybody. You know, I posed the theory on Just Alex's predictions show that Gunther would beat Seth and Brock would lose to Oba, and Gunther would kind of gloat in Brock's face about winning when Brock lost. And Brock winning pretty much because of the help of Braun Breaker would be an even more perfect way for him to gloat, because that's the exact kind of thing. That's the exact kind of thing Gunther would rub in somebody's face when he didn't really have anything to do with it, which is some classic heel stuff, bragging about a thing that you couldn't do by yourself. But yeah. All right, let's see what we got next. Oh, Hall of Fame recognition. Maybe they'll bring Sid's family out for this. Give him a little bit of respect. Nick Hogan. Oh, and that's Andre's daughter. And Jimmy Hart. Although Jimmy Hart had nothing to do with that moment. He just has an attachment to Hogan. Nick looks good. Why aren't they announcing who that is? I mean, that's obviously a member of Bad News Brown's family. Ugh, they're just crapping over these legacy. Like say their name, dude. Axe and Smash. Good ovation for Demolition. Well deserved. Axe looks so grateful. There's a big ovation for Sid, too. I mean, from the family. And big pop for AJ Styles. AJ's going to get an entrance. Stephanie will get an entrance, too. Shamanica, Jimmy Hart was there with Nick Hogan and Andre the Giant's daughter to represent the Hogan-Andre match, the Immortal Award. That Immortal... AJ got 3 seconds, man. That's crazy. Yeah, they're doing, they're inducting matches in the Hall of Fame. So it was Hogan Andre this year. So they had Hogan's son, Andre's daughter, and Jimmy Hart, I think, was just there because, I mean, Jimmy Hart managed Hogan a few times in his career, but nowhere near the era of that match, though. Well, at least they had Sid's family there on stage. And Bad News Browns. Hey, George, Becky Lynch won the title back via cheating, of course, and a pretty fantastic display of cheating too. It'd be hard for me to recap it all, but she really crushed it. Becky Lynch, no pun intended to our Hall of Famers there, but did phenomenally.
Make your home feel like the main event with the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi.
That's the power of Xfinity. Imagine that.
Tiffany time never ends, huh? Well, more chumba time for me. Give Daddy a little gold
Undisputed Chumba Champion has arrived.
Well, Tiffany Stratton is at least on a WrestleMania commercial.
Kind of like the one Damien took from you.
Whoa, chill, guys. Now that chumba's on board, there's enough more points.
Tiffy's always saying something out of pocket, even in the commercial. All right, and we are on commercial break. So, as far as WrestleManias go, I'd say this night one has been solid. The tag match was the men's 6-man tag was fun. The unsanctioned match was serviceable but forgettable. I probably won't remember it in the sort of annals of WrestleMania history in my mind, as was the women's tag match. I thought Becky and AJ Lee was good as well. It stood out from the worst of the card. I would put it in the middle in terms of like ranking the best moments of the card. I think the 6-man tag and Seth and Gunther definitely at the top for different reasons. But Paige returning was a really nice moment for the tag match. And Braun Breaker returning, happy to see that as well. I'm less shocked about that. Like I wasn't falling out of my chair because we always knew Braun was going to come back at some point, right? But it was still good. Yes, George. Gunther won because Braun Breaker returned. Seth and Gunther were having a really good match on their own, 1-on-1, and then Gunther, Braun Breaker showed up, speared Seth at ringside, excellent spear, and then Gunther took advantage and choked him out. And then, as Seth was leaving, Braun came back out and speared him again in the aisleway, and posed with Paul Heyman at the entrance. So Gunther and Seth, match of the night so far. And iShowSpeed had a pretty good showing, I'd say. So I'm very interested in how that first hour of night 2 is going to go tomorrow, because we're going to get Oba and Brock and the ladder match. So I think they're just going to go balls to the wall in that first hour tomorrow. And I think it's going to blow tonight's first hour out of the water. We'll see what happens. Let's see. How much time is left on the commercial break? Jeez. I will say there is a fair amount of commercialing, which we've all complained about commercials with WWE since the TKO thing happened. But PLEs shouldn't have this many commercial breaks. I can deal with it on the weekly TV shows. I understand that. And we shouldn't even always be getting our top tier stuff on the TV shows, because it builds to moments like this, but far too many ads for PLE, especially the biggest show of the year for them. So that's way too much. I mentioned both women's championship matches and I'm conflicted. That was Seth Rollins' best. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely in the running for Seth's best match. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch between Seth and Gunther under different stakes, because they work well together. Exactly, Dawsey. I don't mind. I really don't mind all the ads around ringside and on the mat. But if we're doing that and we're getting all these commercial breaks, that's too much. Pick one. Just pick one and run with it. Liv Morgan and Stone Cold Steve Austin coming to Fortnite. Interesting.
Hey, two-day combo tickets for SummerSlam 2026 taking place Saturday, August 1st, Sunday, August 2nd at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Will go on sale Friday, May
August 1st and 2nd. SummerSlam.
Pre-sale for the two-day combo tickets will begin Thursday, April 30th at 10 a.m. Central. Additionally, an exclusive pre-sale offer for Chase Freedom card members will begin Wednesday, April 29th at 10 a.m. Central. Fans can register for pre-sale info by visiting WWE.com/SummerSlam 2026-pre-sale-registration. WrestleMania's in Las Vegas tonight. This is WrestleMania Saturday at Allegiant Stadium. But we are not done tonight. This is a two-night event. Tomorrow, WrestleMania Sunday.
Yep, here's the card for tomorrow. Naomi, oh man, I don't think we'll see Naomi back tonight, buddy. It's probably not going to be till SummerSlam at the earliest that we would see Naomi in fighting mode, at least. Huh. Little CM Punk timeline here. And his indie career. Wow. Shots from Ring of Honor. Yo.
20 years ago, his WWE debut in the reborn ECW. Then he would win his first World Championship in 2008. The famous controversial pipe bomb in 2011. 2014, he would leave WWE for nearly a decade before the improbable return in 2023. And now reigns as the world champion to face Roman Reigns tomorrow night.
Oh. Is this Liv? Oh, they're going to show Liv's music video. Wow. I mean, oh, George, I see you. Okay, so we're getting a live choreography of her music video for her entrance for their match. So Stephanie and Liv coming up next, which makes sense. This is the only other match other than Cody and Randy left on the card. Wow, she's doing some big dance spots here right before her match. That's risky, girl. Oh my. Jerry Lawler would be having fits right now on commentary. Well, I'll give Liv credit. This is a very Vegas sort of entrance. I don't love this as a theme song for her, but she's got a very choreographed entrance. Also, because of all this over choreography, you know, she's coming out alone. No Judgment Day with her. Also, she's still kind of got residual black eyes and stuff from that attack from Stephanie. All right, guys. Who's your pick? Stephanie or Liv here? All right, here comes La Primera. Liv and Stephanie one-on-one. I picked Vaquer to retain. I believe I did anyways. This is Stephanie Vaquer's first WrestleMania. That's right.
For the first time in her career,
I agree, last name. Some performers' entrances work better in a dark room. But to be fair to WWE, they put her entrance as late in the show as it could go, because the only other spot there is on the card is the main event, and Cody and Randy have that. And she has the last entrance of the last match before the main event. So this is just the problem with starting the show so early in the day at local time. Like it's not even 6 o'clock yet, local time. That's the problem with West Coast Manias. She's got a little orange in her black. Pop for Vaquer. Liv's still bruised up in the face, pretty big.
she defends. The Women's World Championship match is brought to you by Fortnite. Liv Morgan and Stone Cold Steve Austin just crowned the biggest rivalry in Battle Royal. Team Foundation.
Yeah, if we get any kind of Judgment Day appearance, that could definitely make for something. Orange is new black. Oh gosh. Modfather, 100% correct. If they were in New Orleans, a lot of these entrances would have spit so much more fire. Ring's kind of bouncing. You can see it with Alicia Taylor standing there. Oh, we're going to get spotlights and all that stuff. Okay. All right.
Looking at some of the biggest stars in the industry today. Stephanie Vaquer, Liv Morgan could not have had more opposite upbringings, a more opposite pathway to get to this moment in their careers. The official Eddie Rango will be the referee for this match tonight.
I'll tell you right now, what Stephanie Vaquer has done since arriving in WWE has been absolutely incredible. The past 2 years has just been a long victory streak. She's been amazing. How has she done it? By being
Yeah, I mean, Liv has always been kind of tiny, and I didn't really realize that about Stephanie until seeing her far later. You know. All right, match has begun. Throwing hands.
Morgan and Vaquer. And is Stephanie going to chase Liv outside the ring? Now, here's my question for you. Stephanie's been focused on this match for weeks and weeks and weeks. Liv Morgan has to an extent, which is on the music videos, playing that brand new song Trouble. You think her head's here or elsewhere?
Oh, absolutely not. I think her head is right where it should be. She had one of the greatest 2024s of anybody. 2025 was wiped out by injury. Liv Morgan came back for one reason, to get back to the very top. Did the right thing in January. Won the Royal Rumble. Now is the time to finish the job.
And Morgan, a two-time world champion. Has had a great 6
champ now. And Stephanie kicks out at 2. Yeah, Liv Morgan's a woman who's been looked down upon by some quarters through her path of her career. Never quite considered at that top.
This is the first year the women's and men's world titles in Raw has been chosen by the Royal Rumble winners. Huh. Well, I mean, not since there's been a women's title, maybe, but the Raw title has been chosen plenty of times by the men in the past, but that was before there was a women's title to choose in the Royal Rumble.
Liv Morgan now finds herself in control. What does Liv have to do to win the title tonight? Just keep the pressure on Stephanie Vaquer at all times. We know full well that Stephanie Vaquer with a win in her sails only ever leads to victory. And Liv Morgan has to be acutely aware of getting the upper hand, which she has.
Yeah, this is gonna. Yeah, I think this could turn out really physical. I wonder if Morgan's actual visible injury, though, will cause them to pull back at all. I hope Rhea doesn't win tomorrow. I mean, well, actually, I don't remember if I picked. I think I picked Jade to retain. Are we going to get a Devil's Kiss already? It feels a little early in the match for this. Is this going to be a short match?
It doesn't seem like the pressure of the first WrestleMania has been getting to Stephanie at all here. Oh, knees right to the jaw. That was beautiful. Cover by Stephanie Vaquer. And a kick out by Morgan. And you're right, the pressure just doesn't get to Vaquer. That has been true of day one since she arrived in NXT a couple of years ago on a crash course all the way to the NXT Championship. And that momentum never slowed. And here we go, Cole. Oh, nice reversal there from Liv Morgan.
Backstabber from Liv. Okay. Where is Booker T when you need him? Seriously.
Quickly turn it around, acutely aware of the danger of that particular move was for. And again,
Oh. Now Liv is threatening a Devil's Kiss of her own. Oh, but gets reversed.
Now Stephanie with Liv. There's been enough to retain the championship. Need a small back. Forcing Morgan to kick out. Just about kicking out there and living incredibly dangerously here as Liv Morgan, and things are going completely off the rails. Double underhook with the knee blasted into the back of the neck. That has done so much damage to all opponents throughout the career of Vaquer. And somehow Liv Morgan is alive in this one, but only just. Vaquer is also dragging at this point too. Which you can pick up the pace here, but no. Boat breaker by Morgan. Dropping Vaquer back to the rope. Stephanie, though, able to roll through perhaps by impossible. I don't think we've got
Wow, a little move switcheroo. Only 2, though.
Major statement. It would have been for Vaquer putting Liv Morgan away with her own specialized move, the Oblivion, but it was not to be. And now is this like crisis starting to stir up in the mind of Romero. Potential, but mentally this could screw up Morgan as well, getting hit by the Oblivion. Well, Morgan's barely got anything in the past couple of minutes in here, and she's been hit with some major offense from Romero.
Who we got? There they are. Roxy is here. Does that mean we get? Yep. There's Raquel. Now the numbers game is in play. Oblivion. That fast? No. Only 2. Liv is shocked. The interference works. The finisher is hit, but she can't beat Stephanie. Shamanica, I haven't heard the name for Stephanie's finisher. What's it called?
was clearly going for a second bite of the cherry.
Come on, the officials got to do something about this. Judgment Day is just swarming all over the place out here.
Well, that's always been the playbook of the Judgment Day. La Primera was clearly ready for it.
Looked like she was setting up for oblivion and going through the ropes and taking out her Judgment Day colleagues. It was a sixth.
Liv goes through the ropes and takes out her own teammates. Springboard takes out the Judgment Lady days. Vaquer's Inferno. Interesting. Okay. I'd keep an ear out for that on commentary. But Liv capitalizes now. Throws Steph into the ropes. Top rope code breaker. Another Oblivion. Hits it this time. Will she kick out again? Liv Morgan beats Stephanie Vaquer. And the new women's champion. Liv looks low-key emotional. Oh, and there's Dom. There's Dom to help her. I gotta say, that is a shock to me. I wasn't expecting that to happen, but numbers game does it, and she wins. And our Becky and the Coalition picks up that win.
What a champion Stephanie Vaquer was. And this ended up being a 3-on-1 match, Wade. I mean, very little chance of this one. And looked like miraculously, Stephanie Vaquer was going to pull it.
It felt like this match was rushed, honestly, because it had a lot of beats in it, had some good spots in it, but honestly, it felt rushed to me. If anything, I think too, it was a little at a disadvantage for being right after Gunther and Seth. I don't think I was really prepared to like sit and enjoy this match, but it felt rushed for as much as they did in the match. But there we go. Okay, well, we'll see where the story takes us from here. New LJN figures, which 3 of the 4 look exciting to me. Rock, Piper, and Jake look good. I don't know why Jelly Roll deserves an LJN figure. Don't like that one bit. We'll never buy it. I hope nobody ever tries to give it to me as a gift. It'll hurt my feelings.
Now we're talking. WrestleMania is brought to you by Mad Dog, by MD 2020.
All right, and it's almost time for the main event here, which is crazy. 3 title match changes. No, just 2 so far. Oh, no. You're right, 3. The women's tag titles, the women's intercontinental, all 3 women's titles. All 3 women's titles. Agree, Mod Father. That music video entrance cut down on match time for sure.
And you can't take anything away from Stephanie Vaquer. What an unbelievable champion she was.
And it's always hard when you come into WWE. It's not your native language here. It's not your native culture. She has been absolutely stunningly good for 2 straight years. She will be back to the top eventually.
And to know the gun tonight, and just moments away from this, it is our main event. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, in a match that has been building for 20 years.
I got to say this. Local time, it's about 5:45, which puts us about 3 hours run time. And I feel like our main event may be long and a little overbooked because it feels like a 3-hour runtime for WrestleMania. I don't know. Is that accurate, you guys? Oh, we're getting a segment. Cena's back in the ring again. Okay, I was about to say, we're about to do the main event already.
As your host, I have the luxury of announcing tonight's attendance. There's been a lot of speculation on what it might be. Vegas is the perfect city, and I would have bet
Attendance announcement.
over. I look around and there are people everywhere. I am proud to announce tonight's official attendance, 50,860.
50,000 tonight. 50,816.
Thank you so much.
Bianca's here. Yo, she's here. Speaking of needing a women's entrance, look who's here. Hey, and big pop for Bianca. A legitimate surprise. People are happy to see her, which they should be. I know I am. She's, you know what? I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. She looks great.
50,860 WWE fans.
She looks like she stole something from Seth's closet too. I'm just going to say that.
It has simply been too long. The EST
Dude, I'm happy for this, man. I've been a Bianca fan since day one. Day one, NXT Mae Young Classic. Super stoked to see her. Wondering what she's got in this segment. If she's going to make an announcement. If we're going to get some kind of an angle. If she's back. I have something in the back of my mind. I just don't want to say it, and I'm not going to say it. So either way, I'm just happy to see her. The best female. Oh, she's here with Cena. Cena's still in there. Cena and Bianca in the ring together. Look at that. EST chants. Oh, she looks filled with emotion. She sounds a little emotional too. Shamanica, don't you say it. I'm not going to say it. Don't you say it.
My heart. Thank you so much for all the love and all the support, whether it's me at home or me in this ring. Thank you so much. I missed you too.
All right, Bianca. Surprises. Oh, Bianca, don't.
I think we need to add one more.
Bianca's pregnant. That's why she's been out for a year. Y'all, when I saw the size of that coat, I knew it. God bless her. She's emotional. John's giving her a hug. Bianca Belair is pregnant, very pregnant right now.
Thank you so much for allowing our family to share this moment with yours. I stand corrected. We need to include the youngest WWE superstar in history. for 50,817 in attendance.
John Cena just added Bianca's baby to the attendance count.
Las Vegas.
Moment of the night.
All the noise, everybody's focus on this box right here because next up is your main.
Yeah.
Of course, her husband, Montez Ford. Wow, what a shocker at WrestleMania. Right now, that kid is going to be an athlete. Great genetics. Minutes away from Cody and Randy. All right, WrestleMania fans, we got something exciting for you. A special look at one of the most anticipated movies of the year, Street Fighter. Coming to theaters this October. Check it out.
Yeah. That was it. That was it. What are my thoughts about Joe Hendry in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? I didn't know he was in the Battle Royal. I mean, does that count as a call up? That's what I'm curious about. Or was it just like, was he there representing NXT? Because sometimes they have NXT stars in the Andre. So we've got a 4-minute commercial break. So everybody grab your snacks, do what you got to do. And we'll be back for the main event. Oh, man. I feel like, George, I feel like they would have made more of Joe Hendry than debuting him in the Andre Battle Royal. So it's likely he was just there as a member of NXT instead. That's my guess, because there hasn't been much chatter about him being in the main roster. And also it looks like maybe he's got some kind of beef with Keanu Carver still to wrap up before he leaves NXT, whenever he does. So I doubt he's called up yet. Shamanica, were we thinking the same thing when you said you thought something too, but didn't want to say it? Oh, Dawsey. Oh, you could have gotten that point. Oh, that's so dope. Good guess, man. Okay, about 90 seconds away. Oh man, what an emotional moment. So that's up there. That was better than Paige's return for me.
Wheelie Vodka, America 250. Much wow. Is this what America is to you? Oh. Real spirit of this country isn't fanfare. It's people, the ones who put in the work. And celebrate with those who matter most. It's not complicated. Just like Wheelie American Vodka. Simple, honest, and American made. We leave so good, I drink it.
Over 50,000 here tonight for WrestleMania, which is presented by Snickers. Snickers satisfied. And by WWE 2K26. On sale now on all platforms. Jump into the chaos for every single shot and create your own WrestleMania moment. Grab your copy today. WWE 2K26, the show never stops.
It's been a 3-hour show so far, Sophie, without even the main event. I mean, I wouldn't say the matches have been short at all. It's been it's been 5 matches in 3 hours. I don't think that's that short. The Seth Gunther match wasn't that short. Both the 6-man tag and the unsanctioned match were close to 20 each. I think they've been fine. Thunder over Louisville at the same time. Okay.
Weekly American Vodka and WWE are proud to be joined tonight by Staff Sergeant Yari Arista from the USO and the Air Force here in Nevada. He raises a glass to Staff Sergeant Arista and all retired and active members of the U.S. military. Thank you for your service. Buckle up. It's time for
the main event. We're going to get a video package now for Cody and Randy.
The relationship between Triple H.
2011 Cody.
Triple H was Randy's mentor. They became opponents. The relationship wasn't as cozy. And I always thought, if that's how I want to be one day. With Randy Orton, my mentor. And in the case of Randy, I don't think it will be that way. I don't think it will be that way.
I'm not your son and I'm not your brother, but I have always been proud to be your boy. After the main event of WrestleMania, I want you to know I will always love you. It's not personal between Cody and I want my legacy to be how much gold I have put around my waist.
Yeah, Sophie, I'm good. Trying to keep up all of our stat tracking and stuff for all the predictions and stuff. I'm running like 3 different predictions contests. So it's been hard to like, I'm trying to do that in real time. And so that's been hard. That's all. It's been a little tougher, you know? Maybe next time I should just wait until the show's over to do them all. But yeah, Bianca's announcement, super good. And probably the happiest moment of the night, I think. But we get this, I tell you what, coming into this main event, I just don't know what to think. You know what I mean? Because there is a bit of a intrigue to it, but they had to add Pat McAfee to it, and I don't know. You know, how many months to think she has? I'm not really good at guessing that kind of thing, Sophie. So I'm not sure, but I don't even know if I could guess if she's on the front half of her pregnancy or on the back half. But obviously she's pregnant enough to be showing, so there's that. But I don't know. I feel like she's at least been, you know, I think she's at least far enough along that if she comes back to wrestling, she'd definitely be back before next WrestleMania, if she wanted to be. Well, you know, you say that, Sophie, about making the women's division more shallow, but think about it. She's been gone since last WrestleMania. So it's been carrying on for a year without her. Now, she makes it better. She is an absolute asset to that division, and it does miss her. But we've been having it without her for a year, so we'll at least have several more months without her. Well, understandable boos raining down for Pat McAfee, who's coming out first. Why he's getting his own entrance is silly. I still, you know, I still like the idea in my brain of Bianca being the one to come back and challenge Jade, but I don't know that they can have Jade keep that title that whole time and wait for Bianca's return. That's a lot to consider. She'd be a major record breaker if she held the title that whole time. A year from now, there's no telling who could be a challenger for the Jades of the world either. But time for the night one main event: Cody or Randy. Everybody in the coalition predictions chose Randy. Let's see.
Reason to the rhyme of some of the things that be said in recent weeks, like you, there's very little of it that I agree with, but what it has done is created thoughts. It's created angles of this matchup now that perhaps might not have been there otherwise. Well, I agree. There's no doubt about it. I said it on ESPN this week. Pat McAfee being a part of this product will always generate buzz. People are talking about it. He talks about
Okay. So we have our match order here.
This larger than that feeling. He's somebody that he's a Michael Cole / John Cena work from earlier in the night. He is totally here in WWE. I got a lot of yesterday. We're taking a better review. He has been loved. He has been hated. He's been everything in between. But right now, I think it's pretty much 100%.
All right. I guess they probably did the separate entrances so they could have Randy have his own pop and Pat still get booed. But here comes the big Viper coming through the Tron. Okay. And here comes Randy. Will he get number 15? We'll see. It's going to take 20 minutes for Randy to get to the ring. He is just sauntering. Well, Vegas is singing along. Yeah, interesting, I think is the right word, last name. We'll have to see where the road takes us on this match. And also, we've seen a lot of Punk and Cody together. If whatever happens tonight bleeds into tomorrow, we'll have to see what happens here. Last year, night one ended with Seth Rollins aligning with Paul Heyman. You know, Mod Father, it is a downgrade from last year's WrestleMania. Something I noticed earlier in the day is that it looked like they were going for this sort of post-apocalyptic vibe, but not just post-apocalyptic generically, but there were remnants, like visual remnants of last year's stage, like the cards, the neon playing cards and stuff like that, like kind of looked like they'd been knocked over on their side and stuff, which conceptually was cool, but I don't think it was executed super well. So, yeah. But yeah, last year's stage was far better. The casino vibe was it. Like, of the 3 WrestleManias that have been in Vegas now, last year's aesthetic and stage was the best one. The Caesar one wasn't great in WrestleMania 9 and 93. Last year's was peak. This one really is. Mid is right. And I don't mean that necessarily as a condescension or a negative, but it doesn't match up to last year's for sure. Oh, goodness. So Ted DiBiase Jr. is there. He's in the crowd.
The undisputed WWE Championship match is brought to you by Wheatley American Vodka. Wheatley is the undisputed champ of smooth. It's 10 times distilled because running corners is an American. Tonight, they celebrate the superstars aiming to achieve the North American dream. Grab an American Mule today with Wheatley, the official vodka of WWE. Please enjoy responsibly.
Pat trying to get his mugging in.
Listen to this place. I don't understand why Orton needs Vaquer here. Exactly why he needs Vaquer. There's nothing left to do in the
All right, here comes Cody any minute now, and we'll have to see what his reception will be like at Mania again. Let's see what we get here. Oh, like the screen, the Trons look like we're going down an elevator. Are we going to get the Cody Vader for WrestleMania? Oh, it's like the Bat Cave, but for Cody. It's like the Cody Cave. Yeah, we're getting a whole cinematic entrance for Cody. We'll see what happens here. It's a little corny. Yeah, he's got like all the suits like in the Batcave, and it's got all of his gear from different points in his career. It's his debut gear. It's got dashing Cody Rhodes. So I'm guessing Stardust will probably be in there. There's Stardust. I didn't say I don't like cinematic entrances. Cody's can sometimes be a little corny, though. Oh, there's little shots of all the belts he's worn. Interesting. His current jacket, or the jacket he wore when he returned to WWE, is there. So I wonder if the whatever he wears tonight will be new or different. I'm curious. Is he going to debut new gear, or is that just for the aesthetic? Well, he's got the skull again, and all gold jacket. Yeah, I think you're right, Sophie. It's going to be a mix of both. It's like gold chainmail or gold scales, like dragon scales jacket. This is a very Triple H-ish entrance. All right, let's see. Gold and white. Yeah, we talked about that earlier about Joe Hendry, Sophie. Crowd's still singing along with Cody, too. Okay, it's a good sign. Is he going to do the whoa with that helmet on? Yes, he is. They cut to the crowd. That Golden Boy is right, Dossie. Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like this. Here's the thing. I don't think the matches have necessarily been short. I really don't, but it does feel like it's been a fast PLE for WrestleMania. I don't know where to put my finger on that. I tell you what, I think the answer is that we really haven't gotten anything other than matches tonight. We got the opening welcome from John Cena, and then we got the attendance announcement that had Bianca show up and reveal a pregnancy. And those were both pretty brief, but all we've had is matches. There's been no backstage segments. There's been no, in-show interviews before the match. None of that stuff. So honestly, It's not the matches. You're going to get online and people are going to complain. There's Brandy and Baby Rhodes. Yeah, matches and ads, Dawsey. We've gotten commercials. We've gotten plenty of commercials. But, go back and watch any of the old WrestleManias, not even just the Hogan days, but the Attitude Era, the Reality Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era. They all had stuff. They all had, interview segments in between the matches, previewing tonight, video packages, or talent reacting about their match after it was over, things like that. And this has just been straight up matches and commercials. So that'll show you how much time is eaten up by, supplemental production stuff. But yeah, I've already seen, all the usual suspects of, reaction streamers and people being like, it feels short. Like, why are all the matches so short? The matches really aren't that short. Like, the match times, there hasn't been a match less than 7 minutes tonight. 7 minutes, 8.5, 9 minutes, 14 minutes, 15 minutes. So two things. There hasn't been a match go over 20 minutes, but there hasn't been a match under 7 minutes either. So there haven't been really any short matches or any long matches. So they've all been kind of in that sweet spot. Yeah, Dawsey, I think so too. I think most of this problem is with the IWC. There's a lot of unrealistic expectations on WrestleMania because people aren't happy with valid things like ticket prices and all that kind of stuff. And then they slap all these unrealistic expectations on the show and find things to just complain about. But other than the ads being a little long, which is the case for every PLE, I don't think this has been a bad show at all.
Yeah, right, Alicia.
All right. McAfee appears to be doing the ring announcing for Randy Orton. Yeah, the women's tag match was the weakest of the show. Didn't feel like there was a lot of chemistry in that match. If I'm Cody, I'd take that belt off and just wallop Pat McAfee with it right now.
What greatness looks like as he becomes a 15-time world champion. Who's gonna save the business tonight? Randy.
There's Little Nate, Charles Robinson, referee in this match.
And his opponent from Atlanta.
Buzz Alicia Taylor snaps that mic right out of his hand. All right, Cody's gear, black and white and gold. It is a new. You're absolutely right, Sophie Duffy. I don't know why people who like AEW pay-per-views complain about WWE PLEs and vice versa. What's up, Lockwood? Yeah, and I think if you look over the history of WrestleMania match times, you'll find that to be a pretty common proportion. This is not a new convention. If anything, I would say the match times tonight. Oh, McAfee just straight up attacked Cody with the mic before they rang the bell. Anyway, to Lockwood's comment about the match time. I think you'll find that is consistent with most WrestleManias in per match average. The only thing is in other days, and we still have another night to add data to this too. One night WrestleMania still might have anywhere from 9 to 13 matches. Crossroads to Pat McAfee. All right, get him out of there. I don't want to see Travis Scott ever again, Shimonica. But yeah, if we see The Rock before the weekend's over, I'll pay attention. Well, Cody wants to put Pat through a table. He should. Yeah, the first WrestleMania 35 was the last one night Mania. And I think that was like a 5-hour show. Of course, Jelly Roll is here because why isn't he? Oh, Jelly Roll's going to do the table spot. He's going to splash Pat McAfee. Or elbow. Oh, man, and they splattered that announce table. The match has not started yet, Lockwood. The bell hasn't rung yet. All right. I better not see any more Pat or any more Jelly Roll for this match. So where's Randy? All right. They're going to put Pat on a stretcher. They're really telling us that Pat's not coming back. Here's the situation. Finally, we're going to get that one-on-one thing I need. That's the match between Orton and Rhodes. Finally, equal playing field. Oh boy, we're going to get a whole lot of sitting around though before this match gets started. They're going to load McAfee on the stretcher. Right, Shimonica. We already know. I know. We're probably going to get some stupid Backlash tag team main event match. Well, Michael Cole just mentioned there being rumors of Randy Orton having a back injury. Well, McAfee's got the heel heat, man. The crowd's chanting, "You deserve it," at him. McAfee is being carted out. Cody Rhodes is ready for a fight. The fight from Randy Orton looks to regroup. What is at stake here? It's Rhodes' undisputed WWE Championship and Randy Orton's march toward history. A win tonight moves him ahead of Triple H in the third place all time with 15 world titles. Flair is 16, Cena 17. Orton would love to break the records. He wants a minute closer if he wins tonight. This is the third main event at WrestleMania in Randy Orton's career. 22 years at WrestleMania this year. This is really a position that neither man thought they were going to be in at this point of the match. The opening bell, no Pat McAfee here to help Orton, no Pat McAfee here to distract Cody Rhodes. We get
about student versus teacher. And I'll tell you right now, Cole, it rarely works out well when the student starts to outshine that teacher. And now the lockup collar and elbow clap into a headlock by Randy Orton and Rhodes here tonight. What does Orton have to do to win the title? Well, Orton needs to think fast because whatever game plan he had on the outside with Pat McAfee, he needs to lean into 25 years of experience and come up with a new game plan pretty damn quickly. Well, Cody Rhodes and Amanda set a mixed bag in WrestleMania over the years. What does Cody need to do to keep the title? Well, Cody needs to stay calm. He's been put through the wood chipper by Randy Orton emotionally and physically over the past several weeks. He needs to block that out, realize this is just another man you are competing against. Time and again, Cody has beaten the best of this industry over the past 3 years. Well, he needs to do it again tonight. Well, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes' relationship dates back 20 years. The formation of legacy with Ted DiBiase Jr. Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it would be cool to see. It would be cool to see Kevin Owens. I have no idea what condition he's in these days. He did pop up for Cena's last match, you know. If Ted comes in the match, I could just imagine him helping Randy. Honestly, I don't see him helping Cody. Yeah, Shimonica, I don't want the same end as last year. That would be terrible.
Randy Orton, who has 9 wins at WrestleMania. He's tied 5th all time with a man we saw earlier tonight, Seth Rollins. What is Randy's primary motivation? He wants to be the greatest of all time in terms of total championships. He's one step closer tonight with a victory. And number 15 took it out quickly. There's the trump down with the right hand. And he misses wildly. Cody Rhodes up. Speaking to Cody, I was very close to him during my in-ring career. And Cody would always talk on in rental cars of bars about how much he was inspired and impressed by Randy Orton, how Randy Orton was the perfect wrestler. Nobody has studied Randy Orton as deeply as Cody Rhodes has. Rhodes now on the second row. We went to the Cody Cutter.
Cody Cutter gets caught in a backbreaker. Randy selling an injury here. Oh, Randy with a thumb to the eye. Was he faking the injury, or is Randy really wrestling hurt here?
Just a couple of years ago by a major back surgery, and that was certainly something tweaked in that lower back. You can see if Randy could shrug that off. Sometimes
I'm curious about this whole Randy thing. Man, back suplex on Randy. He took a swing at the air.
Maybe this is what hype was in the locker room. I told you the rumors started to come out earlier in the week, and then there was a lot of talk about it today. And Randy is really hurt. Imagine being around there. You came down here expecting to be.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here. If we're wondering about the truth about Randy's back, I imagine it is bothering him to a degree, but for the camera, they're probably playing it into the match to a degree. And it already looks like Cody is taking advantage of it and maybe, just maybe, starting to have a little sympathy over his injury. But is Cody going to look like a sucker for that, or is he going to look like a villain for exploiting it? That's what I wonder. Because will Cody hesitate and lose, or will he take advantage of it and win, but lose his soul, so to speak? I think if Randy was really like hurt for real, he wouldn't have come out.
There's a certain controlled psychosis about it, which I realize is an oxymoron, but it's true. It's like Randy can make a switch. An absolute beast inside and comes out to play.
The Crowd is chanting one more beer, I think. Somebody in the crowd drinking, I guess.
Well, not at all, and this is what you have to do at this level. And after everything Orton has done to Cody over the past 4 or so weeks.
CTL, what's up, dude? Go Dogs, man. Spring game was today. I haven't read much about it, but hopefully everybody's looking good out there. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, so story of this match is Cody really working on Randy's back. Randy seems to be selling it really, really hard. This is a bad sign. The crowd is not super vocal about this match, and there's a loud "buy him a beer" chant that's getting on camera. Granted, Cody and Randy are in the phase of their match where they're slowing things down anyways, but the crowd not super engaged, and I'm just very curious about Randy's selling, because Randy is a very good seller because he's a veteran in the wrestling business, but also history of back injuries too. But they're already talking about it on commentary multiple times, so I doubt it's as bad as they're letting on. But Cody working that back and Randy looking pretty weak. But yeah, the crowd for this match, after Pat McAfee was knocked out of it, is kind of quiet, like women's tag team titles quiet. Which I feel bad because they went and made Pat McAfee the centerpiece of the build of this match in the last few weeks. And then they took him out of the equation 2 minutes into the match. So now what's left is Cody and Randy with kind of a cold build to just have a match in front of everybody in the WrestleMania main event. That's a tough place to be in for both these men. Like, I'm not the only one, but, you know, they should have been building this match with Cody and Randy from the beginning among them. So these are the people we care about, not Pat McAfee, even if caring means hating.
Loses balance and out Randy has a chance.
Somebody's yelling. There's something going on in the crowd, because I've heard 3 separate chants tonight in this match that have nothing to do with this match. Good call last name. I thought it was the lower back, but I can't be sure.
Needs to end this match quickly to have a chance. We can't block out the pain enough to deliver enough damage to Cody to put him away. That's the problem.
But if I'm being honest, this crowd looks bored. Superplex incoming. Goodness gracious. Randy selling that, yeah, selling that back on that superplex.
Look at this. You go big or you go home at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I've heard 3 different chants in the crowd. One was one more beer. Some was buy him a beer. There was another one that said kick him out. Like, there's a small part of the crowd that's very vocal that's not paying attention to this match at all. It's getting picked up by the camera mics. All right, big power slam from Orton. Gets a reaction from the crowd, starts to wake up the crowd again.
As much as it's hindering Orton's abilities, if he can block it out, if he can focus.
All right, going for that draping DDT.
But this is it. There's the draping DDT, that vintage Randy Orton.
But Randy's still selling the back.
I'll tell you right now, there may not be a move in the entirety of wrestling that does not involve the back somehow.
Oh, he was about to do that little RKO taunt, and he wouldn't even do it. He wouldn't twist his back. Well, this is interesting. You know the body motion he does when he does that sort of taunt for the RKO? That's the same body motion that his body will do if he takes a crossroads. So that's very, I don't know, that's very telling in the selling of the back, as far as I'm concerned. Cody going for a suicide dive, but nope, takes a shot from Orton. Orton right at the ropes. Man, Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee put that table in shambles. There's no rebuilding that table. Back suplex on the other announced table by Randy. Could affect the RKO last name. I think, he's going to land on his back when he hits it. So could definitely be bad news there for him. Oh, let's go. Beating Arkansas. Okay. That's awesome, CT. All right. Thanks for the update. Randy stopping for a water break. Water makes you weak. No, I'm just kidding. We'll remember the Titans, actually. Water's for washing blood off my uniform. Okay. I could use another drink. Thank you. All righty. Crowd getting restless here. Cody kind of limping around outside the ring, trying to chase Randy back in the ring. Oh, Randy's busted open. Randy's bleeding. Yeah, last name. I think, I'm eager to see how Georgia does this season. They're bringing a lot of people back this season. A lot of teams have lost coaches and coordinators or big time players. Thank you, baby. Georgia's returning a lot of starters. Their team last year, even though they didn't make it far in the playoffs, although they did win the SEC again, they're a very young team. So I have high hopes for them this year. You never know once the playoffs start how things are going to go, especially if you're a Georgia fan. But yeah, I'm excited to see where they go. Hopefully they stay healthy and we see what they're made of, Georgia, Oklahoma is going to be a tough game. Oklahoma's been getting better every season, the past few seasons. I always love to watch them beat Alabama. So, yeah, that could be a tough game. And honestly, Georgia and Oklahoma back, it's been about 10 years ago now, played one of the best bowl games of all time in the Rose Bowl, back when Baker Mayfield and CeeDee Lamb were still there for Oklahoma. Wild that they were teammates in hindsight. And then, we had Nick Chubb and Sony Michel. And, so it was just now Cody's rubbing Randy's blood on him. See, now Cody should have done that to The Rock a few years ago. That's all I've been wanting is blood for blood. You know what I mean? Blood in, blood out. Now, is Cody going to be a convincing winner here by bloodying up Randy Orton, or are we going to get a Bret Hart, Steve Austin thing where he goes too far and the crowd starts to feel bad for Randy? Oh, that's dope. Last name. Okay. I don't know quite what to think of how these guys are wrestling this match. Now he's going to hit the draping DDT on Randy. Crowd is, it's like the crowd can't decide if they want to cheer Cody or boo him. Like last year when it was him and Cena, they were pretty much fully against him because everybody was cheering Cena even though Cena was being a heel. Because they just refused to let Cena be a heel. But here it's like they want to cheer him, then they don't. And like, I don't know if you blame the fans or you blame creative on that for creating, creating too much shades of gray. The people can't stay loyal to who they want to cheer for. Cody teasing an RKO here now. I feel like his RKO is going to be ugly. Oh, Randy's got Cody. Crossroads. Nope, only 2. Nice little spot. Randy just sitting there with blood on his face, muttering to himself. Also, this might be an explanation why Drew and Jacob didn't have any blood in their match, because Cody did. 7.5 out of 10 Crossroads. I think that's a generous rating, Shimonica. It wasn't bad. Wasn't the best one, but for someone of Randy's age and maybe the amount of what his pain threshold might be right now, Randy's gearing up for the RKO. Nope. Backslide. Only 2. Oh, Cody hits the RKO. Only 2. All right, what's your rating on the RKO, Shimonica? Okay, so trade a couple of finishers and then you get some "this is awesome" chance. Now there's some Randy chance. Yeah, that's the thing, is that this crowd, as a crowd, is so mixed with who they're cheering for. It's so divided. It's hard to ride along the wave. 6 out of 10 RKO. Good, Shimonica. Okay. Cody keeps ramming Randy's head into the announce table. And now a back suplex onto Randy on the table. That's the interesting thing, too, to say that the crowd is tired. You can't. Is the crowd tired, or are they disinterested? Was all their energy put into hating Pat McAfee, and now Pat's gone, and now we're stuck with a match that really didn't get the build that it deserved? Mox does an RKO? Well, I've never seen it, so I'm going to have to go with Cody. All right, Cody gearing up. Nope, RKO. Randy hits the RKO. 2.9. Cody kicks out.
Astoundingly, a kick out from a broken Cody Rhodes. The 2 men who are completely spent in this main event, but someone has to win this thing. Rhodes is spent. The main event of WrestleMania Saturday. Everything on the line. The prestigious WWE Championship.
Okay, what's your prediction, Shimonica? Let's hear it for tomorrow. I feel like Randy probably is a little gassed. All right, looks like the crowd's back to booing Cody and cheering Randy. Like it's so much crowd whiplash.
Maybe getting to the upper hand.
Ooh, Cody pokes Randy in the eye this time. Oh, Randy blinded. RKO's the referee. I like that. Agree, CT Hill. I think we'll get blood again on night 2. I think Punk and Roman give us blood. You know, Punk said something about Roman's dad, and enemy or not, the bloodline will play about families. Yeah, Monica, I'm with you. Oh, Cody goes low while the ref is down. Very interesting. But Michael Cole's justifying it, saying you do what you got to do. Top rope. Oh, top rope cutter reversed into an RKO. So Randy took a nut shot, but countered with an RKO, but the ref is down. Lil Nate is out. Lil Nate is selling that RKO. Oh, second rep. Pat McAfee coming down with a neck brace and a ref shirt. One, two. But Cody still kicks out, and the crowd pops for Cody's kick out because Pat is the one doing the counting. Like, the face heel dynamics of this match is giving me whiplash. Crowd chanting "Ref, you suck," which I actually kind of like that chant for Pat. But now here's the thing: is Randy mad that he didn't get the 3 count, and does he RKO Pat? Because that would be hilarious. Yep. Randy RKO's Pat. And then he suckers into a crossroads. Cody's bleeding too. And Cody retains. Okay. Cody retains at a WrestleMania, which is nice. A little overbooked. But listen, Cody and Randy can have a good match. And they told a good story without Pat. A whole lot of bloodline showing up to Marsha Monica, maybe. And guess what? Vegas all still woes in unison. They don't know what they want. Oh, man. Hey, you got one night. Still another night left to go. I'll tell you what. I have to evaluate this match in 2 different criteria. Between the bells, I think Cody and Randy had a good match. And honestly, that makes me madder that they added Pat McAfee to this story. Because all of the heat for this match went on Pat. Yeah, see, 22 minutes, Lockwood. That's common for a WrestleMania main event over the years. Oh, Randy takes the belt in the cheering in the celebration and clocks Cody with the belt. This isn't over. I mean, the match is over, but the story isn't over. Randy's holding the belt. Do you think we'll see CM Punk? Will somebody come to help out Cody? Because right now they're ending WrestleMania night 1 like you would end an episode of Raw or SmackDown, which is a little unusual. Randy tosses the belt. He's going to punt. He's going to punt Cody. He punts Cody and the crowd pops for it. This crowd doesn't know what they want. And Cody's bloodier than Randy is. He grabs the belt again. And now we're getting the end credits. Huh. And that's how we're ending night one. That's bold. Well, here's the thing. That does it for night one of WrestleMania. Mostly solid matches all night. And I'll come back and I'll say this. The match between Cody and Randy I thought was good. It was far better than Cody and Cena last year. But the build, and this is why builds are important, because it's where the audience puts their emotional investment in. They budgeted all of the emotional investment of the crowd into the Pat McAfee section of the story. And so once Pat wasn't even in the equation 2 minutes into the match, the crowd couldn't decide where they wanted to land. They would cheer for things Cody did. They would cheer for things Randy did. They still popped for the finish of the match. They still woed with Cody's music. But they also sang with Randy's music. Like it's just like a concert crowd instead of a pro wrestling crowd. And that is on creative for how they managed and emotionally budgeted the build of this feud, especially when they had so much to pull from. Just look at Cody's entrance. You saw how much history of Cody Rhodes led up to this moment that they really could have put into. Ted DiBiase Jr. was present in the building, and they never once used him, barely even referenced him in this build. And he was a third wheel to that faction, a third leg. Sorry, he wasn't a third wheel. I mean, when that faction was strong, he was just as much a part of it as Cody and Randy were. And they chose not to use that. Instead, they leaned on Pat McAfee to get heat, but Pat failed to get any heat for Randy. He only got heat for himself. He didn't give any heat for himself. I mean, he got all the heat for himself, and he didn't get any heat from Randy, which therefore meant when he's not around, Cody doesn't get any support, So like, yeah, they made the wrong call and how to promote this feud. But once the bell rang, I thought Cody and Randy had a good match together. And somebody asked last thing who won Cody won. Cody won the match. They had a good little back and forth with ref bumps and hitting each other's finisher and stuff like that. And Cody, took advantage of an opportunity in the match and won. But then Randy attacked him after the match and punted him. So this feud could keep going. That's something that could happen for sure. So we'll see what happens. Now, on the stream that I have, it actually says WrestleMania is in a commercial break, and there's 30 seconds left on the timer. So we may get some kind of, I don't know if that's going to lead right into the post show, or if, or if we might get some kind of last thing here for the end of the show. It would be an odd time to put a commercial break in. I'll say that. If there's more show to watch, that's not the post-game show. Yeah, I hear Joe Testor. This is probably the post-game show. Yeah, it's the post show. All right. So yeah, well, we'll do this all again tomorrow with 6 matches and some exciting developments. We'll see if anything that happened tonight, if that bleeds into tomorrow with Punk and Roman. Don't know. We'll have to see, but Cody retained, and we will go from there. So anyways, thank you guys for being such a great crowd. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time for night 2's stream, and we'll have a good time. We'll enjoy each other's company and hopefully maybe end on a stronger note. We'll see what happens. But you guys take care of yourselves and have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow for the stream. And let's keep believing, because believing makes wrestling better. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night, everybody.